we're just gonna start on this one because you just decided you wanted to show me, who is super addicted to things like that. Hey, Buster. Have you tried Jurassic World? I said, no, Raven, I have not. And then you said, oh, well, here's your new addiction, buddy. You remember how there's Iron Banner this week? Nope. You just realized yesterday that it was fucking Iron Banner? I get home from work, I get in the shower, I play 2 hours of Jurassic World. Because Jurassic World, like you said, is one of those games you can sit down and literally time goes to you. Tick.
Yeah.
Tick. You're in a hyperbolic time chamber of fun.
In all reality, it's tick,
flying.
tick, 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 tick.
Yeah. I'm sitting here playing, and I'm like, okay, cool. I finally got my Velociraptor DNA at 100%. Word, that's right. Let's go, buddies. Let's make you a pack so you can fight a Triceratops. The door opens. My girlfriend peeks her head in and goes, hey, asshole, do you know it's 8 a.m.? And I'm like, it's 8 a.m.? That's how my day went.
I totally relate. Oh, God.
Especially now that they released 5 new dinosaurs. The game's only been out for 2 fucking weeks.
Oh, they are releasing new dinosaurs? Yeah, I had to put it down for a bit.
They released the
new movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Indoraptor. They
yeah.
The Stegosaurus, the little bashy head, one of the bashy head ones.
Yeah.
But it looks way more metal because it has like spikes around its head.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah.
Another, what was it? Damn it! And 2 or 3 more. I can't remember what it is. But
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god! I applied on. I'm like, why is it updating? And I went, oh, Jurassic World's out. Oh.
Yeah, I actually had to put it down for a bit. I'm actually on the. I have access to the last island. And I loaded it up. I went to build, of course, because I had this strategy where I'd like go to the new island. I'd build like a research center, a fossil center, an expedition center, and then I'd jump back to the first island.
Mm-hmm. Where all your money is.
Yeah, where all my money is, and that way I can safely research and like dig for everything and just finish that. Now, so I did that. I like looked because the last island is Site B. It's like I just looked at it all and I'm like, oh god, there are dinosaurs just out in the wild, and you have this little itty bitty little space that's like fenced in, and it's like, oh god, oh, that's a Spinosaurus in the wild just out there. Yeah, let me build this crap. Let me go. I'm just going to take a little break because this is a little much to wrap my head around right now.
Just happy as you can be. Just a happy little Spinosaurus.
Yeah, just nomming on freaking herbivores already. It's like, you know what? I'm not even dealing with this right now. It's like I'm going to take a break. I'll come back and deal with you later.
Yeah. I had I know don't worry guys, we're going to get to Destiny, I promise. I had one of the Carcanosaurus get loose.
Ooh.
And then his buddies decided, hey, this seems fun. Let's all get loose. And then, as I tried to find them, which I did, there was one just chilling in the woods, just happy as he can be. And I didn't notice him until I started seeing visitors running. And I'm like, why are they running? And then I noticed, oh, there's a big old dinosaur right there about to eat him. So I had to trank him and all that. But as much as I don't like flying, I kind of like flying in that game because there's dinosaurs.
Right. It's really cool. Yeah. What I hate the worst is when the small ones get out. It's like, oh my god, there's like 10 people dead before your freaking ACU can trank them. That's why I started like stacking freaking accuracy bonuses. It's like one reload, one scheduling, and there's all accuracy bonuses.
That's what I did too, because I know that there might be a time where I cannot get to.
Yeah,
it.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I'm just going to schedule it so I can get all 9 guys, do this kind of type of thing. And I mean, that game is super addicting.
It is. I mean, it's like I said, it's a decent tycoon game, and that's what happens with tycoon games.
Yep.
You lose yourself, and it's just like, no, there goes my life.
There goes my day. There goes my life. I am yours now, Lady Addiction. And it was funny because I mean, it's the one game. You were right. It's the one game the missus can sit and go, "Oh, that's cute. Why? What's the matter? What happened?" I'm like, "Oh, he just got ate. Why did he just get eaten? That's a dinosaur, you know." That's just what I had to tell her. It's a dinosaur. What did you expect was going to happen?
All right.
She's like, "But it was so cute." I'm like, "A T-Rex doesn't care if it's cute."
All right. Oh wow! So yeah, the Fallen Kingdom dinosaur pack is free.
Mm-hmm.
I did not anticipate that. I was anticipating like $5.
No, it's free to everybody.
That's nice.
It's not even like it's free to us because we bought the deluxe edition. No,
yeah, it's just free.
It's just free.
It's just an update. Holy crap, that's really cool.
Yep.
But but yeah, that and I found out like a bunch of the collectibles because I plan on platinuming this game, but a lot of the collectibles are a little ridiculous. Like there's these memos that you unlock, and the way that you unlock them is by reaching maximum reputation for each of the factions on each of the islands.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Exactly. And that's the way you unlock it. And like nobody's really dead set on figuring out how like the character bios unlock, except for just, I mean, a lot of what people think is like release carnivores and let them eat somebody and crap, and it's like, oh great, so no one knows for certain. Fantastic.
That's a huge risk you're taking. What if it's not the way you do it?
I mean, nobody knows for certain.
It's true.
At least last I checked. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So, getting that one trophy, that's, see all like the bios and memos and crap. That's going to be a little difficult.
Might require you tanking your star rating.
I'm just hoping that one trophy that's achieve a 5-star island rating on every island is cumulative, and you don't have to actually maintain it. Because so far I've 5-starred every island.
So it's not
except for Site B
at one time.
I'm hoping not. If it is, that's going to be monstrous. Like, oh my god. In fact, the only trophies I'm missing other than those two are photograph 2 velociraptors socializing, and then photograph a herbivore attacking visitors. And then, all the missions, and release at least one of every dinosaur genus.
Mm. So from what I understand, and like I said, guys, we're going to talk about Destiny. Don't worry. This is just a new addiction. It happens. It happens. From what I understand, to get the Indominus Rex, you need to 100% the Velociraptor and T-Rex DNA?
Yeah, and then you have to research them.
Oh, you dick.
But that's pretty much the only requirement. I think that he requires like 3 research centers, and then as long as you just have 100% genome on T-Rex and Velociraptors, then you just research them, and there he is. I mean, the good news about that is you actually get him at a 100% genome.
Really?
Yeah. Which, I mean, makes sense because,
he's made.
Exactly. I mean, he has no, like, fossils to build up, so you just get him.
Well, there's my new goal for today. My new goal for the day has been discovered. I'm gonna be sitting around, and the missus is she's gonna text me from work and be like, "Hey, what did you do today?" I'm like,
I've been digging up fossils.
I was definitely not playing Jurassic World for 8 hours today. I definitely was not doing that.
Definitely. Totally.
I'm definitely not doing that. But I definitely did. Is what I'm gonna do. But oh man, that game is super addicting. If you guys like tycoon games and like Jurassic World, like Des and I,
Well, yeah,
give it a shot.
It's honestly a no-brainer. Like I said last time, if the thought ever crossed your mind, hey, I would love to run my own Jurassic Park, get this game. Mm-hmm. It's just that simple. Oh, but yeah, it is fantastic. It isn't, an offline, single player experience. So there's that. But Ermagerd, you just may not want to do it too soon because we have Banner this week.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I should have known that, but I guess in my addictive mind, I did not remember that there's fucking Iron Banner this week.
Here's Banner, and the TWAB tells us that starting this Tuesday, the faction rallies are coming back. Yeah, right after this Banner.
Yeah.
We're getting our next faction rally.
I guess they were like, you know what? You want other games? Nah. Nah. You want those Masterwork catalysts. That's what you want. Isn't it?
And also, they did have to print kind of a retraction because they did mention that the winners offering weapons would be pushed into the normal reward pool. And that is not true because the winners offering is actually not changing.
So it won't be in the reward. The shotgun won't be in the reward pool.
No, because the shotgun will be this next faction rally's Dead Orbit winners offering.
Oh.
So yeah, the winners offerings are actually staying the same from what it sounds like throughout the faction rallies. So for this one and then the last one, there will be no changes to the winners offering. So that might actually give a chance for the community to, push a little harder towards everyone, maybe. I mean, if not, oh well. But yeah.
I mean, I was saying, obviously, everyone, you could read the right. You didn't need to be Nostradamus to know that Dead Orbit was going to win.
No doubt. No doubt.
You gave it the single greatest. You gave it the PvP weapon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be like if the only thing they could have done that would have made it more trolly is if, like, I don't know, Future War Cult was the pulse rifle, the other pulse rifle.
Vigilance Wing.
Yeah, the Vigilance Wing, and Dead Orbit was the Graviton. That's it. That would have been the most trolly thing they could have done.
All right. Actually, by then it probably would have been an actual fight between them and Future War Cult.
For sure, it would have.
Oh God. But yeah, and on the TWAB, coming in the next update, 1.2.3, which is due out July? Yeah, July. Mm-hmm. One is either 3rd or 10th, probably, but either way. So they're coming to us, and they're telling us about the next round. They say at peak, so I don't know if this is like all of the armor they have plans for, like the rest of it, or not, but they did give us a peek at, more armors that they are changing come to 1.2.3. They're starting with Hunters for Lucky Raspberry. Increased chance to fully recharge your arc bolt grenade on arc bolt hits. And guaranteed a recharge on getting a full chain that hits 4 targets. Mm. So yeah, I think they're trying to make this a little more consistent and less lucky for PvE. Because so long as if you can chain 4 targets, you're always going to have a nade as a hunter using arc bolt. So that's going to be really cool. They are tweaking Stompies that will increase the benefits when using strafe jump and triple jump. which the reasoning for that is it mostly affected high jump, but they're trying to basically, spread out the benefits rather than being singularly faced. Young Ahamkara Spine, they are removing the marking functionality on trip mine hits. So your trip mines will no longer be able to mark targets that they hit. What they are giving it is improved trip mine blast radius and throw speed, and they make it so your trip mine grenades are harder to destroy.
Okay, so they blow up better and they're harder to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't mark.
Yeah, they don't mark anymore.
I mean, I never really used it. So what do you? I mean,
and solar ability hits will grant trip mine grenade energy or some. So you'll actually be getting grenade back faster on solar ability hits. Nicer.
Oh, I like
but yeah,
that.
yeah. They make mention that the marking functionality, it was situational in Crucible, but it had no relevance in PvE. So, all right, let's do away with it and just make trip mines better. And that sounds like the thought process. And it doesn't sound bad. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a little bit more of a ambiguous blast radius because, the current cone, of course, matches like the light or whatever. So you might get, might think you're safe, but you just might not be if that hunter is wearing young Ahamkara Spine. Mm-hmm. Titans are getting their changes. The ACDO feedback vents. These are going to be nuts. But it will grant Fury Conductor stacks on melee hits instead of kills.
Ooh.
Fury Conductors now grant stacking melee damage resistance. So not only will your Fury Conductors give you, or your Fury Conductor stacks give you more punchy, but they'll let you take punches better.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's like they said they made this change to be better in PvE, so that way you can get a little punch happy, and you don't have to worry about things like thralls and crap. But these are going to be monsters in PvP, man. These might be they're already the second most recommended Titan exotic to use for the free kills on the melee hits, and now you're going to be able to survive melee fights better?
Question mark?
Basically, if you see a Titan with an ACDO feedback fence,
they're gonna hit you.
Don't get into a fist fight with them, at all. Just don't. It's not going to end well for you. Doomfang Pauldrons are getting touched on, where void melee kills now grant more super energy. Yay. Mm-hmm. And shield throw hits will extend the duration of your super.
Oh, there we go.
Exactly.
There we go.
So that's actually going to make them pretty tempting as well, to be honest. If you're running Sentinel, oh my god. Dune Marchers. I don't even really know offhand what Dune Marchers do now, but they're reducing the time to activate linear actuators while you were sprinting to 1.5 seconds, where previously or currently it is taking 5 seconds. Oh yeah, that's right. When you sprint for a short time, you get a chaining melee attack. That's right. And they are increasing the damage of the chain lightning effect. They're increasing it by 70% in PvP, which is big.
Huge.
But they are changing it or increasing it 440% in PvE. Yeah.
So when they said, "Oh, we want to make you feel like tiny gods," they weren't lying at all.
All right, and they say this change is the fact that the lightning effect of Doom Archers was novel. The time needed to start it up and its fairly low impact led to many players simply seeing these as the sprint pants, which they're not wrong.
No, they weren't wrong at all.
So it's like, so we've made the lightning much more deadly and frequent. So yeah, these are now the lightning pants. I mean,
the shocking pants.
Yes. Oh god. So on Warlocks, they give us the Crown of Tempests, which they collapse the total number of stacks of conduction times to 3 with the same total effect. And each stack of conduction times lowers the upkeep cost of Storm Trance, which translates to you stay in Storm Trance longer. And they say Nizrac Sin and this exotic were quite similar, so we pushed harder on this exotic for Stormcallers who want to invest heavily in ability use. Warlocks also don't have many exotics that modify their supers, and not receiving the full benefit of conduction times during Storm Trance was a little disheartening, so we added a benefit during the super's duration to alleviate that. Karnstein armlets sound really good. They're removing the melee hit effects, so you're not going to get like increased resiliency, mobility, or target highlighting. They're taking that off entirely. Mm-hmm. What they're giving it is melee kills now instantly heal you and then grant continuous healing for 8 seconds.
The what?
So yes, you melee kill somebody, you get your health back. For 8 seconds after that melee kill, you're constantly going to be getting health back.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
So you're just pretty much turning warlocks into punch machines.
I mean, essentially. So long as they can get a melee kill, they're getting their health back. And they're already slap happy, so yeah, slap happy warlocks, here you go. Especially in PvP for survivability, like this can finally give like Ophidians like a good run for their money, I think. It's like, yeah, you want your better handling and reload? Or do you want to heal whenever you slap somebody?
That's cool. I want to heal and then continue to heal for 8 seconds.
I know, right? 8 seconds.
And everybody's like, "Oh, 8 seconds isn't that long." Really? Put a paper clip or a thumbtack under your fingernail and count to 8. Then you'll know how long 8 seconds is.
Yeah. And they're tweaking Starfire protocols where they're adding empowering rift weapon damage hits now grant fusion grenade energy. 20%.
That's not bad.
So, you throw down an empowering rift, you throw on an auto rifle, and in 5 hits, you get full fusion grenade again? If I'm not mistaken, at least for an auto rifle, if you pick five hits on them, you're going to be able to kill with that fusion grenade. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and like they said, much as with the Lunafaction boots, they felt like giving a bonus to players who decide to go on the offense with Empowering Rift, which I like that mentality. Because there is like, a small number of people that do use Empowering Rift over healing. But like these exotics really incentivize people that may have been on the fence, but haven't had a reason. Well, this just might be your reason to try out Empowering Rift. So, because 20% for each Empowering Rift hit is ridiculous. That's a lot.
That also works in PvE too, right? So.
Oh yeah, that's true too. So yeah. But still, it's like, oh my god.
Yes, that's a boss burner too.
Oh, for sure. All right, so, and Bungie is giving us a warning that they're apparently doing once a decade spring cleaning. Which apparently the old Bungie Pro videos, and back in 2008, they said that they'd keep renders and stuff available to download for a couple months. Well, 10 years later, for the halo.bungie.net stuff, They're finally getting rid of those archives.
I thought you said once a decade.
Yeah, I mean, because I guess back when they stopped working on Halo back in 2008, it's like the Halo section of Bungie went into archive mode, and they said like a couple months you'd be able to like, I guess save things somehow. Well, like I said, 10 years later, it's going to be gone. So if you haven't by now, it's certainly your own fault. But yeah, they're just doing a lot of like they're all the Halo era stuff is going to be gone from the Bungie's site, like from the forums. And those changes will go into effect June the 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific. So yeah, if you need to save anything, get it done before then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just in case. Because, yeah, they're like 10 years late on their spring cleaning. So, whew, that's hilarious.
Way to go, Bungie.
I know, right?
What's a decade we clean our shit out? My bad.
All right. And can I say I just don't agree with the movie of the week winner? It's simply titled Foreshadowing. And it's somebody in D1 wearing an Aldrin mask doing a maniacal laugh next to Cade.
What? That's interesting.
It's just that. It's 10 seconds long and has no audio. It's just that. And it's like, really? That gets movie of the week?
I mean, y'all just don't have... You guys don't have anything better to... what was the
I'm sure they do.
Second place winner?
Not Your Average Royal Pools winner, where, well, it's a hilarious video to watch because as they finish Royal Pools and the chest pops up, as the chest opens, a Cabal enemy just right out.
Oh, that's better than...
Not kidding.
A guy wearing an Aldrin mask laughing next to Cade.
I know, right? Tell me about it. It's like, excuse me? Cosmo? We need to have some words. I don't agree with this. And it's one of the few times I've actually said anything about it because I thought it had, like, maybe some witty dialogue, but there's actually no audio whatsoever, apparently.
I mean, they could have had Saliva's...
I don't understand.
They could have had Saliva's Click Click Boom playing in the background and Aldrin dancing around him. There he is. There's a better video already.
I know, right? It's just 10 seconds of somebody wearing the Aldrin mask doing the maniacal laugh D1 emote. Or evil laugh, whatever they called it.
I think it was evil, yeah?
I don't get it! It's a crap if I remember.
Hey. Diz,
yeah, I don't get it.
It's gonna happen, man. There's gonna be a slow leak, the gradual decaying of the video's quality for a little bit, and then Forsaken will come out, and then the videos will be dope as shit again, and then the videos will come out, and then, it's a cycle. It's cyclical.
Well, there's plenty of content creators out there. It's just, I usually believe that, it's like I just don't see on this one how that's the best video. Like, I can see how it tickled somebody's fancy, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll give it movie of the week. Like, maybe it was like not really a pity, but kind of a gimme sort of thing. So I can see that, but I don't know. I don't know.
We're old men, Des. Get off our lawns. That's you kids and your witty videos of characters that are beloved by the community that everybody's angry about getting killed. That's not gonna happen. That's not how it's gonna happen in the game anyway. But
and it's still gonna happen.
Yeah, it's still gonna happen regardless. It's called, a dramatic hero kill. It's
people like give Destiny a darker story again. No, why are you killing Cade?
I mean,
because like a lot of other podcasts have said, the target of Cade makes sense because Cade is the comic relief. So, how do you just maintain a dark storyline for a while?
Get rid of the comedy.
Kill the comic relief. Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, but he was beloved. And it's like, that just impacts the killing of him even more. I mean,
we want a dark story, a dark, gritty story. Hold my beer. Here it comes. Too dark, too gritty.
Exactly. Right? It's like, well, you're in for a ride now. It's like the safety harness already came down. You're locked in. There's no getting out after that.
Yeah, you forgot the safe word, bub.
It's like Bungie's. I mean, they got their finger on the button.
Oh yeah, they're just straight coming at you. They're at 300%, and we're like, what? The community's like, what about 7? What about 7% more gritty and dark? And they're like, Bungie's like, nope, all or nothing.
This knob is broken. Yeah, this knob is broken now. Hey, you're either in or you're out.
Hey, there's this guy in the community. His name is Buster Knuckle. He kind of doesn't have us all, like, his on-off switches just broke. It's either yeah or no is how it works. So what do you want to do? Because you can't say you want it one way and then go, no, too much. Like, there's no, I like chocolate, but I don't like Death by Chocolate cake. It's called Death by Chocolate. If you order it, you should know what you're getting. And this is Death by Aldrin.
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love the community, and then I love watching the anger. And I'm like, there's people who have like funny Aldrin accounts that are just getting death threats, and I'm like, hey guy,
I know, it's like, can you not, dude?
Yeah, please.
Can you seriously not?
I mean,
that would be awesome.
It's a game, guys. It's a game.
Let's getting up close and personal right now, guys. It's a video game. Chill out. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be okay.
Did you get mad when Kratos lost his powers in every God of War ever, except for this most recent run, apparently?
Holy crap, you're right. He actually kept his powers. Of course, then again, the next game hasn't started yet, so...
Well, I mean, it could happen.
I don't know, this. I guess there's still spoilers here. Spoiler alert! If you haven't finished God of War yet, skip ahead a few seconds, but he didn't get that many crazy god powers in this one.
He didn't.
I mean, he just had his weapons.
I mean...
Nah.
Sorry, really?
I mean, he had his weapon abilities, true. And a bunch of, like, equipment, which, of course, will, Deus Ex Machina away for the next title. But, yeah, he didn't get, like, crazy god powers. I just realized that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is probably also the one God of War where he's killed the least amount of gods.
Yeah, normally he runs wreck shot through an entire pantheon.
Yeah, like somehow or some way. Except for maybe the first one, because I think he just killed Ares in the first one. I think. But after that, he's just been, like you said, he's just been storming through pantheons. Not this one. At least not yet. Because if you have, finished God of War and seen the ending, it's coming. It's coming. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So how's Drawing Your Banner been, Des?
My Iron Banner has been next to non-existent because I have been raiding like holy balls. The past 2 days, I have finished 5 raids.
Nice.
Yeah, my what's becoming my regular raid group is we're getting efficient enough to finish. We started at Kalos, and an hour and a half later, we finished it. We had just very little issues. And then the next day, I think the next day we did another Callus. And then just yesterday we did 3 Eater of Worlds back to back to back in a couple hours. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I've been raiding a lot.
I've been building dinosaurs.
I did some banner. I've gotten up to rank 20 something, 24, 25. Because I ended with rank 14 at the last one, so I'm at least on set to finish it in the next banner, hopefully, as long as everything goes well.
I mean, by the way, they're going. Iron Banner will be next week, or in 2 weeks.
No, right? Tell me about it.
Did we
holy crap.
Yeah, did we just have a faction rally like 2 weeks ago?
I mean, technically 2 weeks ago, but that's the thing, because faction rally lasts 2 weeks. Because you have the actual faction rally, but then you have Winter's Week, which you're technically still pledged.
And you can,
So we literally just finished a faction rally before the start of this banner, and now we're going directly into another faction rally. Like, directly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my god. It's definitely going to be Dead Orbit for me next, though. I delayed the inevitable, but the Graviton Lance is happening this time.
God, I feel so dirty saying yeah. Me too. I do. I feel dirty as shit. Like, yeah, me too. But, I mean... the grind is going to be a little bit slower until, if the Lords of RNG bless me with good drops quickly, I can be relatively efficient, as I've proven that I can. If I can get rank 50 in a faction, anybody in their mom can get rank 50 in a faction, because I made, like you said last week, I have 2 days if I play on Friday, if I decide I want to have an argument with my girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's kind of worth it.
We gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta play this game. That's how it works.
Can you do that this week? I'm really busy right now.
Yeah. What are you doing? I am running around this lost sector. It's really cute though. It's called the Weep. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, it's pretty, right? Yeah. But not this time. What's Dead Orbit? Dead Orbit's, I think that their planet is Nessus.
Actually, I don't know offhand. Crap.
Well, whatever their planet.
I don't know.
Whatever their planet is, that's where I'll be. I'll find a lost sector that I can easily and realistically farm.
Yeah. A lot of people did mention Nessus. God, what was it? Something Glade. It's like right in the middle of the map, and it's got that Vex elevator that goes down.
Oh, yeah, okay. The one that has...
Like, as soon as you spawn in, you spawn on top of, like, the Vex elevator, and then you take it down because there's, like, a Cabal extraction public event that happens always right there. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the only public event that happens right there. And literally, like, within eye shot is the Lost Sector. So you can, like, go there, like, pick up a patrol, do the public event, and just beeline right to that Lost Sector, which apparently is also pretty easy for soloers. So I've heard that in recommendation. So I believe I heard that from Potato Thumbs as well. So shout out to those guys.
Yeah, and I mean for
that idea.
For New Monarchy, it's EDZ and it's the Weep. I mean, everybody knows Faction Rally. If you say Faction Rally and Lost Sector, and you don't think the Weep, you're not an OG Destiny 2 player.
Oh yeah, I actually did. At least just for speed, I did some of the Trosslin area.
Oh, the one that you could go
because, of course, there are.
Or is that the
Yeah,
one?
like the first, it's in the church. Big storm doors that are open, you go down, and because it's like short, it's simple. It's a fairly populated like little area, but it's a tiny area compared to everything else. So
I didn't do that one. I forgot that one even
I mean,
existed.
yeah, because I mean that the one with the storm doors is literally the first lost sector of the game that you go through. So it's it's the baby lost sector. It's not that difficult. There aren't too many enemies. The enemy groupings are fairly spaced out and everything. Mm-hmm. And like I said, Trostland itself does have a semi-regular public event that occurs. But of course, like I said, it's tiny, and the patrols usually aren't too difficult in that area either. So there's that for you solo goers. For this upcoming faction rally, this Tuesday. Holy Christ, this Tuesday, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting it this soon.
I was expecting...
I was hoping for like maybe... I was hoping for like maybe next week.
Yeah, I was expecting we would get 3 this season. Make it a grind that you have to choose. I mean, if they do it every 2 to 3 weeks until September, you can easily max rank every faction there is.
Well, I mean, because they have said that it's just 3 this season.
Okay, so I wasn't just thinking thinking weird outside the box thoughts by thinking it would be 3. They did say 3, right?
Yeah. Bungie said it's like there's going to be 3 faction rallies this season.
So they're going to do them all in the beginning? I mean, maybe the event that they have, the Solstice of Heroes, the Fortress of Solitude.
They're probably like back-to-backing these to make room for that seasonal event, which may last 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. So yeah, there's that.
I just thought of that because I said, "Isn't that that's the week after our birthdays, right?" It's the 17th.
Pretty sure.
It's the 17th. It would be that Tuesday.
I think so.
Yeah. Man, they're really packing shit in.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Holy shit, man. So we're both going Dirty Dead Orbit this time. Great.
Sounds like it. Yeah, July 17th. That's where we're also getting 6v6 quick play, the permanent Rumble playlist, bounties. The expansion 1 and 2 raid layer prestiges. So we finally get to see what they've been working on there. Yeah.
Bounties.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll finally learn what they're talking about. What I'm kind of hoping for? Like maybe what like Archite had there at the end of D1. It's like do these bounties and get a legendary weapon drop or something, I mean, it may not be so beneficial right now in D2, but with random rolls incoming, like that could be a worthwhile like way of getting extra legendaries. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just me spitballing though. Because, I don't know. That's for sure.
I don't have an inside of Bungie. Wish I did. Because if I had an inside of Bungie, I'd have a goddamn Winter Wolf.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there.
Still don't have that fucking gun. Every time I get 4 nodes and I cash one in, I get it. I see that drop and I see 3 or 4. I'm like, and I'm like, nope, just discarded every time. And when I do get a Braytech one, the Braytech schematic, and I take the Anna Braid, I'm like, all right, Anna, give it to me. What you got? What you got? What you got? 18 Calvin. Go fuck yourself. Every fucking
You started this. You started this expansion liking Anna Bray. You're gonna end it with like this vile distrust of her.
Yeah, I don't trust her. It says here in my manifest that you have had 376 18 Calvins, 412 Frigid Jackals, 8 Nephilim Frosts, and is that a typo? Does that say 0 Braytech Winter Wolves? And meanwhile, I'm just sitting here like, nope. Oh, here's another 18 Calvin. Thanks for the 4 shards. Shoot. Give me 4 fucking shards. Rather than give me a blue. Fucking ridiculous. So, and the worst part is this week's it's the frost, it's the flashpoint. So I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, cool. Let me just do this real quick. I can do like, I don't know, I can get like 9 or so done before I end up hitting. Yeah. Nope. Every single one, Des, is just heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. It's like, oh,
sounds
you
fun.
You want this gun? You want this gun? No, you can't have this gun. You want this gun? No, you can't have it. And then for a while, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to Jurassic World. Jurassic World's never broke my heart. Angry. Fucking. Just.
Oh God.
I don't trust her. Look at her side eye every now and then, like. Go see Anna Bray. How about I don't go see Anna Bray?
I'm not so sure. You know what? Screw Anna Bray.
Yeah.
Don't want to give me a winter wolf and screw her.
That's exactly how it works. Yes, that's exactly how it is. I mutter under my teeth, through my teeth, stupid Anna Bray. Don't know what she's doing. Always wants to be mean.
Oh God. For sure. Yeah, I've played some banner though. Trying like a variety of like things, like trying to get used to Graviton lands. It's a little funky for me to get used to, but which hilariously I'd sit there and like struggle using Graviton Lance on my Hunter, and then I'd like switch to my Titan, use Vigilance Wing, where all of a sudden I'd start doing like 100% better, and it's like, I don't understand myself. I don't understand myself. Because, I mean, without mods or anything, like, Vigilance Wing is kind of the more difficult one to use and get used to. But I can do better with it. I don't understand it. But, it is what it is. Oh, I did actually, from last recording, we tried out Spire of the Stars.
Okay.
The new raid layer.
Is it
we got to the final encounter. Oh my God. Oh, for those raiders that haven't tried it out yet, if or you know, people getting into it, if you're easily frustrated, don't do it. Just don't. Oh my God, this thing is crazy. It is. The final encounter is so harsh, just with like everything that you have to juggle. It is so freaking harsh. The jumping puzzle is insanity. Oh my God. This might actually be like the most difficult platforming section like we've had in any kind of raid.
Harder than the ships from
like so far.
From Oryx?
Yeah.
Oh well, guess I'm out.
It's ridiculousness. Um, it is absolute ridiculousness. But I mean, it's super. It is fun. I mean, it's really really fun. It's just, oh my god, it is just like I said. By the time you actually hit that final encounter, it's just like face to the wall. Just here's the wall, and good luck. It's like I could definitely see like why people are recommending like a 373, I think minimum, because at least then like the enemies don't do extra damage to you, at least not horrendously. And even then, I had to use a crimson to survive. Like before, like phase 1 of the boss fight, I was using a crimson just to survive.
Wow.
It is just, yeah. Oh, it was something, man. Whew. But like I said, super fun though, and I did actually end up getting the sidearm.
Nice.
On our run, and it is essentially it's an Omelon sidearm that fits in the kinetic slot.
So three round burst.
And it is a 3-round burst kinetic sidearm.
Oh.
And it has full auto. And again, for some reason, me and sidearms just don't quite mix. But it does work pretty good. Like, I do like the feel of it. It's just, I don't know. I just can't quite wrap my head around sidearms. I'm so much better with SMGs.
Have you tried the new Iron Banner SMG?
Oh, multi-mac? Yeah, actually just got that. Not too long ago. And it actually feels really good for a 900. I mean, it's not super. There's nothing like super special, but it does feel pretty solid. I'll give it that. It's got a decent feel. Like so far, like all these banner weapons, because I've gotten the last thing I unlocked was the hand cannon, the finite impactor, and that feels pretty good. Like I said, I know that they're not, according to my calculations, they weren't like that great in ratings wise. But they do feel pretty solid. They actually feel better. At least to me, they feel a little better than what their stats may have indicated originally. They don't feel as utter garbage as others. So, I mean, they're pretty solid weapons. I mean, definitely not best choices, but they're pretty solid.
What I've been doing this Iron Banner.
They get my seal of,
So they're situationally fun? Was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said they don't feel awful.
Yeah. Don't go to competitive with it. Don't do sweats with them. But if you want to have fun, because what I've been doing this Iron Banner is whenever I get I'll go into a new match and I'll change my loadout for weapons completely, just to try something new. Because I mean, you get 2 tokens there anyway. That's how I look at it. And, I mean, what am I really losing?
Yeah.
So, it's fun.
Right.
Because Crimson, that's now going to be a mainstay in my inventory. Sweet business, as situational as it is, it's really fun when you're going around the corner and you're just dumping rounds down. Especially when guys don't realize you're dumping rounds down and you're just like, why are you jumping into this? Please don't jump into this. What are you doing with this?
Yeah.
But I mean, I started playing last night, and the first 3 matches I had were all on Distant Shore. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Okay, cool. Thank you. Give me an easy warm up. I can take that. But this one is this grind's a lot harder for me.
Oh yeah.
For sure, it's a lot harder than me for me to do because it's PvP. It's not like, oh, I can run around. I can run and just do lost sectors and get all the stuff I need. This is more of a
Yeah.
I gotta work for it. So if I hit 50 in Iron Banner, I'm gonna feel like I did something.
I mean, that and the good news is you don't have to actually hit 50, as far as I know, because the rewards stop at 35.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's the ship, right?
I mean, at least the visible rewards. Yeah, there's like a ship and an emblem, I think, at 35. And I don't know if the last auto rifle is at 35 or 30. Like, I can't think offhand. But I know of a nifty little place I can check that. Which is pinned to my Twitter.
Shameless, not so shameless plug.
For sure. Okay, yeah. The Dark Decider is rank 30, so it's the emblem in the ship that is 35.
Okay, so it's only 35. I can do that. That's doable. That's totally doable.
Yeah. That's why. It's like I was kind of sad that I was so raid heavy, but at the same time, I did hit 24 again, I believe. Which another place I can check that, and shameless plug. Not for myself. I can go to Ishtar Commander very quickly. Check my progress. Scroll down to the rankings. It says my Iron Banner is 36. That's not right. So that's overall. Oops.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe not so easy.
That might be overall.
Yeah, because it's not tracking the seasonal progress. It's tracking my overall Iron Banner progress. The seasonal progress is something different. Okay, can't check that there. But still, Ishtar Commander is awesome. Yes, I hit I want to say 24, like that. Or actually, it might be at 23. But either way, I'm comfortable. I'm okay there.
Yeah, that's not bad. 23.
Yeah, I'll probably end up being able to stretch that. Yeah, and I'm at like 2/3 of the way on most of the ornaments as well. So I'm in a place to where I can comfortably finish it the next Iron Banner. And then if we get a banner after that, then I'm definitely going to be able to get everything. It just depends on if we get 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. If we get 3, I'll get it. If we get 4, cool. I mean,
I love the way you put that. Cool. Because I could do it in 3.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm on track to do it in 3, and if we get a 4th one, I might not even play that one.
Yeah, if I can get these ornaments done and hit rank 35, I'm not going to do the next one. Not that PvP of a guy. So
yeah. But oh my god, yeah, going back, circling back to Spired Stars, though, it definitely just if we can get Rift with those mechanics, oh my god. For completing the first encounter of Spire of Stars, it actually gives you it's a guaranteed drop of a blue emote. And since the first encounter is passing around the relic ball spark, whatever you want to call it, it's an emote called "I'm Open," where you're literally flailing your arms around in the "I'm open" manner. It's the best thing ever.
I want it. Oh man.
Yeah, that is like I said, you just have to clear the first encounter, and it's that guaranteed emote. So I mean, I really liked that. That was the highlight, because whenever we'd have to pass a ball again, that's how I signal I'm ready to get the ball. Is I use that emote because it's perfect.
Which is why we made it.
I know, right? I mean, it's just, it's crazy, but yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, I definitely want Rift with those mechanics though, because the way the ball works, like it's got a crap ton of aim assist, but there's a lot of like little mechanics to the ball. The fact that if you throw it at the back of someone, it'll bounce off of them. You have to be in their visual range, basically. It has to be the front of them for them to actually pick it up and pass it to them. And then it is entirely possible to intercept the ball because it is a projectile. So someone can like run in front of you, snag it from you. I mean, you know, in a raid environment, that's not so great, but I'm just thinking like the possibilities of having a passable Rift Spark with these mechanics. And we're talking about gladiatorial football here, is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about murder ball.
Exactly. I mean, this is Mutant League here, boy.
Oh, man. Oh, I got the chills. Do you...
I know, right?
I mean, because we're getting labs, the Crucible labs are gonna be a thing, right?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I'm hoping Rift is going to be the new Crucible mode, and then it would just be fantastic if it was the passable ball, because that would make Rift so much more fun.
I mean, they already have the mechanic built in.
Because yeah, Rift was fun before. Anything. Exactly, and it's like got all these intricacies and rules to it. So I mean, you don't really need to be super accurate, but you still have to be kind of accurate. And then, of course, they have to, like I said, they have to be looking at you. So to effectively use the passing mechanic, you actually have to have communication. And yeah, it's probably still going to be a deathmatch mode, but at the same time, there's going to be like these layers to it. And like people that can go for the long distance, you know, Hail Mary passes are going to be just as effective. I mean, the flankers can get around the enemy and like get to the goal and Hail Mary it down there. They pick it up and slam it in, and it's like these plays could be magnificent.
I mean, you had me at, hey, you want Rift back? They could put it in competitive. I would play competitive. That's
yeah.
I mean, that's how I would feel about. That's how much I love Rift.
All right, but yeah, it's. Oh god, that like I said, Rift was fun before, but that would just bring it to a whole new level. And then it's like you don't even have to make like sure kills. You actually make it to where kills don't score anything. I mean, it's possible. That way, it's just Rift scores that allow you to win. I mean, killing is still a strategic thing because it knocks out enemy players. But, that's not how to score. And I guess that could make it an objective mode? Question mark. I'm not the guy to ask about that because, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, just a passable Rift would just be so amazing.
Not just because we love Rift.
No, it's because it's true. It's fun.
Yeah, because we like fun.
There's so many of these things. Right?
We're not saying bring Rift back because we like Rift. We're saying bring Rift back because it's a fun-ass game mode. And, I mean, and we like it. That's also a benefit, right?
I know, right? It's like a win-win situation for everyone, right?
The second I picked up that the relic in the story mode, I was like, "Oh, this could be Rift. This could be Rift."
I know, right?
And I think you were in the party with me, and you were like, and you were waiting for me to make the 2 + 2 = 4, and you were like, "Man, what do you think about that Rift pickup?" I'm like, "Oh, you mean it's the relic?" I was like, "Oh, you mean Rift? Yeah, it's Rift. Drift. That's what I want.
Yeah,
give it to me. Num num num." Oh, man. I mean, Destiny 2 is Destiny 2. It's
yeah.
Iron Banners, it's okay. I like it. And then I played a couple games where it was the laggiest game I've ever played, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
It's 4 a.m. It's probably a lot of people from like Europe on, and I'm probably like getting tanked. I'm getting tanked because it's probably them holding the server. That's cool. That's cool. The host. That's cool. But man, it's frustrating. Like slam your head against the wall. Frustrating when you're like, I just wanna play a game without having people teleport, or me hit them with a fusion rifle shot and then them turn around, hit me with 2 punches and a kick. I didn't even know there was a kick in the game, but apparently there was.
Yeah, like this banner's, I've definitely encountered like almost questionable issues of, oh hey, I'm here. Boop. No, I'm not.
Hey, I'm here. Psych.
Fooled you.
Oh, gotcha. I was over here. Now I'm not.
Oh god.
But still fun.
But yeah, it's still fun. I mean, it's still great. I find myself hilariously doing really well still with Suros. Like, oh my god, it's like really crazy. Like to go through all that, it's like, I know they changed you, but you still feel really good. Like really.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% with you on that one, buddy.
And the masterwork for it is like once I actually release it, I mean, it's just super simple. It's like you get an additional trait that increases the possibility of the heals on kills. It's like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, more ammo would have been nice, but that's cool. Because especially using spinning up, you run out of ammo fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I do kind of wish they kind of had it to where, like it was in a late D1, where the 2 traits actually like tweaked the stats a little more. Because they had it where the focused fire gave you more range, but then spinning up gave you more stability whenever you chose it. I kind of wish they did that still, but it still feels good. I mean, I just really like the old Zero, so there's that.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
So yeah, before Banner. Yeah, no. But yeah, before Banner happened, I was able to play a little Paladins. And got my hands on trying out Furia.
What did you think of her?
She's not as overtly powerful as I thought she'd be, to be honest. She's actually kind of weak. Like, just on raw damage. And, yeah, I just mean, kind of. Because, I mean, that and I didn't understand at first her wrath meter. Like, at all. But then I was actually able to read up and find out what her wrath meter did, which allows her to fire faster the more stacks she has. It's like, cool. But yeah, her damage is like as low as Pip's. Mm-hmm. Just on firing. It's not great. And even when you take into account full stacks of wrath, if I calculated it right, it gives you an extra full shot a second. Which increases, like, brings her raw damage up from 660 to 990. No, yeah, 990. Like, minus headshots. And that brings her just ahead of, who's this person? Ying. Which actually, yeah, Ying is still... So yeah, it brings her from the worst DPS support to actually the best. actually.
But
So yeah, but I do love her abilities though.
Yeah, her kit's really well put together.
Yeah. Yeah, she can. I mean, she can still stay like entirely lethal with her kit, and it's not just about. Basically, she's one of the. She's not. I guess to kind of take away from the Overwatch system where they rate their heroes like out of 3 stars. Mm. I'd say she's round definitely more of a 2 because she's not overt damage. It's like you really need her to be able to effectively use her kit, to use her well. But yeah, she's definitely kind of intermediary-ish, I'd say. Definitely not a beginning, in my opinion. But she's modeled great. And I do love the event skins. Mm-hmm. Totally broke down and bought all of them.
Of course.
Yeah, totally bought all of them.
Of course.
Because I use Tyra, and Tyra has a skin, and oh my god, does Tyra's skin look freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I keep going through these phases of wanting to learn Androx, and Androx's skin looks freaking amazing. And then yeah, Drogo's just looks sick. Like I may never use him, but my god, that skin looks amazing.
It's just a habit.
Exactly. So yeah, I did that thing. Again.
Hey man, you do what you gotta do. I know if they came out with a dinosaur pack and
but I mean,
go ahead. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry. I was gonna say something about if they had extra dinosaurs for sale, I'd buy them.
Oh yeah, no, because I think other than that, like another reason, kind of I broke down and got all of them was basically to get the extra shard currencies because the emotes. Because I mean, Makoa is a tank I use, and he has an emote there. Sarah's is a person I use. She has an emote to buy. Who else has an emote?
Is it is it Khan? Is it Khan that has the emote?
Oh yeah, it is Khan. It is Khan. Which yeah, it is Khan. So I mean, I like all those characters. I do use them. So it's like, I mean, yeah, I may not use all the skins, but at least that got me to the point where I could actually buy the emotes. And oh my god, that Fury menu music. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. It is so good.
Yeah, I can say I agree with you there. The music is incredible because it's unique to Paladins. You know?
It is.
I don't like the event though. I do not like the event at all, says Buster Knuckle. But it's I'll suck it up through it and just let the water overtake me. It's a jumping puzzle.
Yeah,
I hate jumping puzzles.
Yeah. Hilariously, one of the apparently I don't know if it was the intent or not, but one of the devs actually noticed a video that he may have started a trend of speed running the climb up to the fight. Huh. So I actually can't wait to track down some videos and see if anyone else is taking that up. Because that could be interesting to watch.
Speed run. I mean, there's speedrunners for Mario, so I guess it's a thing, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
I sloth run it, so it's cool.
Just wait for the abyss rises.
Yep.
Step in the water. You get taken right up.
Yep, it's the elevator. That's what I do. Pretty accurate.
It took me a while to figure out the jump pads, actually. Those purple jump pads, it actually took me a while to figure out that they take you where your camera is facing. So that took me a minute to figure out. Because like, oh, maybe it's like just a solid path. Bounce, bounce, way. Never mind. So yeah, it took me a while to get, like I said, my head around the facts. Like, look where you want to go.
Yeah.
And that's the way you'll be propelled.
It does.
Oh.
Because your instinct just says it bounces you straight up, as opposed to, oh, if I look to the left, it's going to bounce me to the left. Okay. That might make the climb a little bit easier.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I do like the fact that, like I told my wife, I think like the overall plan might be to use these events to introduce new characters, which I am all down for. Because I like these big event, Khan had it, now Furia has it. Like these big event introductions for these characters are really awesome.
Yeah. Those do. Introduce me to everyone. Bring them in. I want it.
No. And also, apparently, Paladins runs really well on Switch.
I heard.
It is actually a consistent 60 frames a second. Which is like, whoa, it's actually really good. I mean, they do sacrifice visual quality to maintain a solid 60 frames a second. Mm-hmm. So you might have, it's like they said, the biggest dips in graphical quality you're going to have is when doing portable mode and playing it. And like the graphical quality gets really bad during there, like when everyone's on screen and like using abilities. But it does stay at a consistent 60 frames a second. Always.
Well, I can understand why it would dip when it's in portable mode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the Switch's GPU just isn't quite as powerful as, like, PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, it's close. It's just not quite there. But they were able to get around and, like, optimize it to where it will run 60, like, all the time, basically, on a Switch.
Consistent 60 is pretty fantastic.
Well, I mean, that and there's no, like, tweak, because apparently it's crossplay with Xbox. Which is weird. Mm-hmm. It's like, Sony, what's your issue right now? I remember not that long ago, it was Xbox not wanting to crossplay with Sony. And now Sony's not wanting to crossplay with anyone.
Yeah, Sony's like, this is our ball.
It's like, holy crap. But yeah. So, then apparently it's cross-save? So, like, if you're playing it on Xbox, like, you can apparently use your account on Switch. Don't know how true that is, but... Because I didn't read about that, but yeah, the pool that you actually play with on a Switch is Switch players and Xbox players. Okay. So that's one reason they wanted to keep it at 60, so that way there was no possibility of, like, unfair advantage. Mm-hmm. Which apparently Fortnite doesn't even run at 60 on a Switch. Mm. Fortnite runs at 30, and everything else runs at 60 for Fortnite, so there's that.
There is a mild advantage given.
I mean, not really, because sensitivity can make up a lot for frames per second that people don't quite understand on console. It won't look visually as smooth, and it won't 100% be as responsive, but you can make up at least for, like, aiming speeds with sensitivity. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, because like I said, I didn't feel those differences for The Last of Us Remastered when it came out for PS4. And you could actually swap it between. They had a 30 FPS mode and a 60 FPS mode. I actually played on 30 for a while, and it didn't feel too bad. And like I said, I just had to play at a much higher sensitivity for 30 frames a second as versus 60 frames a second. So there was that. So there is that bit of advice for anyone suffering from 30 frames a second. Just bump up your... Yeah, if you're used to 60, definitely bump up your sensitivity a bit. You're going to 30. And there you go.
Oh, man. My morning totally drained me, dude.
No doubt.
Oh my god.
Like, legitimately, no doubt. Dealing with nonsense.
Yeah.
It's always just meh.
Shenanigans is what it was. Straight shenanigans. Yeah. But yeah.
God, no, I was freaking tired yesterday. Yesterday we got my wife's aunt gave us their bed frame. Mm-hmm. It was like some over $500 bed frame.
Yeah.
It's like a sleigh bed frame. It's like, and guess who got volunteered to help move it?
And I'm about to say, also probably weighs about
this guy.
Also probably weighs about 500 pounds.
It wasn't too bad, but the fact I live on a second story, that doesn't help anything.
No.
So the wife's all happy because we got a new bed frame. Wow. Yay.
Yes, let's say so.
Which, I mean, this is also the first bed frame we've had in a very long time. Very long time. Because we've actually just had the box spring and the mattress on the floor. Because I'm like, screw it.
Yeah, then you have to move it. And then you realize why you said screw it for so long. Because I am in the same boat you are. I don't care. I'm like, I do not care where it is. I don't care. Is it comfortable? Can I sleep? I can sleep. Don't care. Cool. Give it to me.
Exactly. I mean, I'm gonna have to now get used to not being able to literally roll, not be afraid of rolling out of bed. Because when it's just box spring and mattress on floor, you don't have to worry about rolling off. Mm-hmm. It's like a half a foot drop. You're fine. Now, it's more than a half a foot drop.
Now if I fall, I get a concussion.
Isn't that right? Thankfully, I don't move that much, but it's still going to be weird. Like the first couple nights are going to be weird. Mm-hmm. Like just the act of rolling out of bed, and the floor's not going to be right there.
Yeah, rolling out of bed and going, "Where's the floor?"
Exactly.
That's going to be weird for you, but good thing you got it. It's one of those things.
Oh yeah.
That's the next step for us.
It's nice. It's pretty.
I'm being told, like, we need a new bed, we need a new bed, we need a new bed, we need a new bed. And I'm like, okay, cool. How much is a new bed? And then she showed me how much a new bed is. And I was like, you need a new job. You need a new job. or to be more precisely, you need to wake up, is what I said. Because the bed is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more like, what are you trying to do? I'm trying to save for these video games.
Oh man, E3 just happened, and we saw a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff coming out.
We did. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out.
What do you...
Like I said, even for Switch owners, just Smash Ultimate is going to be amazing. Like, for Switch owners / Smash fans, it is going to be great. Like, with all the tweaks and crap that they're doing to it, it's going to be amazing. And I actually can't wait to see if this Smash will finally be the Smash to, like, put down Melee. Because that's the hilarious thing, because Melee, even though it's, like an N64 game, I think?
Yeah.
Or GameCube game? No, I think it was GameCube. But either way. Yeah. It still takes the main stage at EVO. Melee. Even with all the new Smashes that come out, that, Smash 4 was able to share the main stage, but Melee still takes main stage. Because it draws a crowd. So, I'm wondering if, like, this will be the Smash to maybe make a dent in that. I doubt it. Because Melee just has such a following. But, yeah, oh my god. Like, and I actually can't wait to see more about Anthem. I want to see what it's about. Like, I may not get it immediately, but I want to see what it's about. If it's interesting enough, I might, but I don't know. Mech's got to be done right for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I signed up for the beta for Division 2.
Nicer. Nicer.
I sit there and I saw that it was open and you could just send your email, and I was like,
yeah.
Well, looks like I have to be one of those pickled dicks and be like, see, Des, not everything is. I'm not anti everything. I'll give it a shot. And then I signed up and it was like, cool, you signed up for Division 2, and I'm like, thank you. And then I was sitting here, I was like, what about Fallout 76? When's that beta coming out?
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Give us that beta.
I think
that might actually legitimately be a bonus.
Yeah, it's pre-order.
In which case, I might need to hurry up and actually pre-order that then. Like, maybe. Mm-hmm. Unless they're generous with beta codes like Bungie has been before. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit insane.
I'm afraid
also, I didn't realize, I guess, I know, right? Like, oh my god, it's going to be ridiculous. Like, apparently, any human you interact with is going to be a person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, no NPCs, just people? Fallout 76 Tricentennial Edition? Oh my god, what does this come with? I'm just now seeing this. This, static theme, yeah, pre-order now to get access to the Fallout 76 beta when available. Yay! So yeah, definitely. And you don't really say, oh, no, here we go. Emerge fully prepared and patriotically styled in the new American frontier. Includes game tricentennial power armors and weapons customization, spectacularly handsome Vault mascot head, patriotic Uncle Sam outfit, and celebratory Vault Boy saluting emote, as well as first-class tricentennial workshop posters. Did you hear that word?
Workshop posters?
Workshop posters.
Yeah, I heard.
Workshop.
Uh-huh.
Now, in Fallout 4, the workshop was a very specific terminology that applies to settlement management. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I may be pre-ordering this.
Yep. Yep.
Crap. It's like, yeah, if you can get together as a group and like screw around with the settle. Oh my god.
Or if you just get one person who's really good at settlement building. Because I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. But either way, we can have like a revolution settlement.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. Dick just got a little hard, didn't it? Be honest. I was a half chub when I read everything about it. I was going to say.
Definitely have.
Yep.
Okay, definitely half-mast. Definitely. Like, oh my god. That has become incredible. Like, I don't know about Tricentennial Edition, but pre-ordering this game just kind of flew up the ranks for me. God. Actually, it's only $80. It's not too awful for a deluxe. But oh my god. That's not awful. I mean, usually these deluxes have been like 90 and 100, even digitally. So, I mean, it's not the worst.
The way I look at it, I work an hour on July 4th and I can get it. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, work a holiday is what I meant to say. That was kind of dickish the way I said it. But you know what I mean? Work a holiday.
It's thanks to overtime and holiday pays. Yeah. Oh my Jesus.
I think you combine bargaining.
Yeah, this has become a much higher priority. Yeah. This has become a much higher priority for me now.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's Fallout. It's been a priority, but yeah.
We can literally have a compound that
like
says
the possibility,
we have a compound that says the revolution on it.
Oh God, yes.
And J Devil said he's
that would be wicked.
J Devil said he's in with us.
Yeah. Oh yes, sir. We will happily murder the mans in the universe of Fallout with all you people.
And monsters.
Oh my God.
And, I mean...
Oh God. It's like, I wonder if they'll have, like... I don't expect, like, raid level events, but maybe kind of like, Sea of Thieves type monsters that require, like, groups of people, like old school raids, basically. Like, super old school raids. I'm talking EverQuest old school.
Yeah, big beasts. Beasties.
Where, like,
beasties, as they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they did show...
you get like... like I said, it's like you get, like, 3 groups of people taking on this giant freaking death claw. That would be amazing.
And they did show the settlement getting attacked by that big bat monster.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, have you seen the full trailer?
Probably not.
Yeah, because I don't think you. Yeah. It's the one that.
I mean, I don't.
Go ahead.
I was saying, I don't usually watch promotional stuff for things I know I'm gonna buy.
Hold on.
And Fallout's definitely one of those things I pretty much know I'm gonna buy, especially now.
Hold on. They did
oh my God.
They did the promotional trailers in the style of like Vault-Tec.
Yeah. So who worked on this also?
I think you might have seen it. It's the one when you're like, play with buddies, play with your friends. And it shows like the settlement being attacked by super mutants and...
No, not that one. There we go. No, yeah, this is a full Bethesda Softworks development. So yeah, this isn't old school Fallout people. Yeah, there's Fallout 76 will not feature any human NPCs, as all surviving humans will be other players.
Talk about how super cool that is.
Oh, yeah, they'll be using like holotapes and robots for like quests and crap. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, and environmental storytelling, where the player uncovers fragments of a narrative by exploring locations that they then piece together themselves. I love that, man. Like that used to be like. Yeah, I know it's going to be new for Bethesda, but there used to be like some Easter eggs and crap just in Fallout in general. Like the original Fallout and Fallout 2 kind of had a lot of these random, environmental sets that kind of did that. I don't know if it was intentional, but
It did. I mean, I was sold when they said, "Hey, there's a new Fallout game coming."
Okay, yeah, right here. Yeah, I'm definitely pre-ordering this game. The game will expand on Fallout 4 settlements by allowing the player the ability to build bases at any location of the map. These creations will be assigned to the player's profile and will be removed from the game world when the player is progress from being lost.
Keep reading, Des, because I want you to read what they might say next out loud.
Well, the only thing I see is while other players will be able to attack player settlements while they are online, the game will preserve player creations in some form to prevent players from having to start over if their creation and progress are destroyed.
Did you read the part?
Players will be able to use nuclear weapons.
There
to
you
the
go,
game
buddy.
world.
There you go.
Excuse me?
Hold tight. I got the video.
After acquiring launch codes, the player can access missile silos and fire a missile at any point on the map. This will irradiate the area, which the player can then explore to find rare weapons, gear, and items. However, it will also attract powerful enemies, and the player will need to be significantly strong to survive. Oh my god!
Here you go, buddy. I got something for you. I'm going to drop that right in our chat for you to watch. There you go. You can watch it now if you want to.
Crap.
It's just them in Vault Text saying, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting it now.
Yeah, buddy.
Gonna skip around just a little bit.
It's at the very end where they talk about the nukes. But you can see a couple of the beasties of the New World. Not new, you know what I meant.
A flintlock pistol? What the crap? Oh, so yeah, you can fight people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you get downed. And oh god, you can execute people. Jesus Christ.
But did you see when the dude took a shot, what happened?
Yeah.
He got a bounty.
Yeah. Yeah, because that worked out so well in Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about is like griefing and crap, but you know.
That's mean.
It's in the Fallout world, so holy crap.
One would assume there would be a little bit of griefing.
Oh yeah. Oh my sweet Jesus, I don't even know what that was. Oh my god, what the crap is that? Oh my god!
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, buddy.
Alright, it's like, holy crap. Just make sure, like, I just want to, like, make sure we can, like, band together in groups and, like, share settlement. That would be the best thing ever.
You'll see it. It's coming.
Because, like, even if it's not, like, an official, like, clan thing.
Just friends? Like, if you have
like,
a friends list, yeah.
Yeah, essentially. Oh my god, that doesn't look like a bat. That looks like a freaking dragon!
Mm-hmm. It's a bat dragon.
I mean, yeah, I can see the batness of it, so don't get me wrong there, but yeah, it looks like a freaking dragon.
Sweet. So you see the Mothman. Well, I think it's a Mothman, I should say. Oh yeah, you said you didn't watch Bethesda's their thing, right? Their press conference for E3.
Oh no, not the full thing.
Oof. You missed it when Todd Howard was talking about the Fallout 76. It's 4 times larger than Fallout 4, map wise.
Okay.
And when he mentioned the special edition, he was like, special editions should be cool. It should be something you want. I want this special edition. And then he was like, it comes with a giant map that glows in the fucking dark. And then he was like, it comes with figures that you can put on the map. Little like settlement figures, so you can be like, this is where I want my settlement.
Nice.
It comes with a full wearable power suit armor helmet.
Oh wow, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to afford that.
No, I'm not going to either, but it's just cool. It's a cool little...
I mean, I'm not even worried about it, but, yeah. Like, it's definitely amazing. Oh, yeah, the nukes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it sounds like that's like the, I guess the dungeon mechanic are going to be like setting off nukes, essentially.
Yeah, because you need codes.
Oh, yeah, super. Yeah.
So the way I think it works out... Go ahead. I want your reaction.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, I think the way...
No, like I said, it's...
Damn it, Des, go!
I'm not speaking in full sentences. It's just more like, oh my god, this is great.
The hype has Des.
I know. Like, I'm definitely gonna have to pre-order this because this looks amazeballs.
Mm-hmm. That is an efficient way to put the way it looks, because it is indeed. It does look amazeballs. I do agree. I would agree with you on that one.
Oh. So yeah, while the game is expected to launch with public servers only, game director Todd Howard revealed plans for private servers to be introduced sometime after the game's launch. These private servers will allow players to invite friends in order to prevent undesirable aspects of player versus player gameplay, such as griefing and crap. So okay. So we deal with public servers for a while, and if not at first, I mean, we can just have a makeshift like Revolution server.
Yeah. If you wanted to.
So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Holy crap.
But I'm going to be honest, I really want to drop a bomb on somebody.
I know, right?
Like, I really want to be like, oh, this turd.
Like, I know, right? So, oh, this guy just attacked us. Let's send something his way. Kaboom!
Then I could be like,
oh, God.
Danny McBride from Tropic Thunder. Mother Nature's gonna piss her pants.
Oh my God, yeah, this looks definitely better than I anticipated. Like with folks, I mean, being an online, like if they didn't focus on the settlement building as much, like that seemed like it would have been a missed opportunity to me.
Yeah, and it comes out this year.
I know, right? Like, holy crap.
Yeah, when the
Jesus.
When the E3 trailer breakdown came out, I guess my girlfriend was like, "Hey man, you're gonna get Fallout 76, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get Fallout 76. Like 100%, I'm gonna get Fallout 76. Let's just be real honest here." And she was like,
November 14th.
Yeah.
My God.
Right before Christmas, you dickheads.
I know, right?
But
Couldn't have been January?
But if you pre-order it, there's no excuse for not getting it when it comes out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? I mean...
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's... See, now I definitely have two games I need to save up for now. Because I'm definitely pre-ordering Forsaken. Definitely.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And,
we have a podcast about the goddamn game, I would hope so.
Definitely? I know, right? Definitely getting Fallout. Definitely gonna have to pre-order Fallout 76.
Mm-hmm.
And then juggling those games. Oh, God, it's gonna be like last year all over again. Having to juggle between Destiny and Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate.
Oh my God.
I don't know if they're gonna do DLCs or expansions or anything like that. I don't think they.
I know, right?
Which is always one of the best parts of Fallout, the DLC and the expansions.
Yeah. I kind of hope they treat this like ESO. It's kind of what I hope.
Like whole worlds, like adding whole areas to the map.
Yeah. Yes, essentially, like, you start with like this pretty big area, and then like maybe you travel to some other section of the post-apocalyptic United States. Of course, I mean, that wouldn't make too much sense because if an existing methodology of that kind of fast travel existed this early in the Fallout universe, it would bring reason to wonder why it wouldn't exist in Fallout later. But yeah, I kind of do hope that. Like, at least, like, if they do add DLCs, like they're like massive. I'm just hoping this isn't like, something they're focusing on now, like until the next Fallout comes out. Kind of hoping like I said with ESO, like I thought Elder Scrolls was going to be like offline games were going to be done with, and hey, surprise! After 2 expansions for ESO, here's Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're not going to see that for another 3 years, I bet.
Oh, probably.
I mean, I'd hazard.
But like I said, just the fact that they
guess.
announced it.
But yeah, I mean, that's another game I've been wanting to try to get my hands on, ESO, because I do love the Elder Scrolls series and the lore, but it's just, I know what happens with games like WoW.
You think Jurassic World is an issue?
Yeah, I was going to say, let me rephrase that. I know what my life is. I know what happens when I play games like WoW. I get crazy obsessed. And then I lose sleep.
Yeah.
And I lose weight. I get crazy. Yeah. Everyone knows this. I live in hyperbole. I get crazy in things. So.
Yeah. And you might want to save up the stamina for, like I said, Destiny and Fallout juggling.
Mm-hmm, that's what I'm doing. And then I had Jurassic World just as like an amuse-bouche, a palate cleanser. Whenever I want to slow down and just
exactly,
not drop nukes on people. I saw that and I was like, "You had me." I
might pick up this game. I know, right? Also, I might, like, for $20, they have a really cool little game called Moonlighter. I don't know if you heard about it.
No.
It's super interesting. It's kind of like a roguelike, where you're literally playing a merchant that's going into dungeons and collecting items to sell. Like, you kill it's kind of Zelda-esque, and, like, well, you don't have to find the dungeons. Like, the dungeons are easy to get into. Mm-hmm. But you kind of clear rooms kind of like Zelda. It's a top-down view. You collect random crap from monsters like iron rods or steel rods and books and crap. And then the second half of the game is running your shop. You put the items for sale, you put a price on them, and you gauge from people's reactions how well it's selling. So, if you need to bump up the price a little bit or lower it so that way it sells.
That sounds super
and I mean that's
dope.
That's the game. Yeah, it's like 8-bit style. They have a variety of weapons that you can like chase after, and like different armor to like sustain different like play styles. Mm-hmm. Your character has like a combat role to be able to like traverse over small gaps, like death pit gaps, and like dodge attacks and such. And there's like entire risk reward because if you die in a dungeon, like anything in your bag and not on your person gets lost.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah,
that's an interesting.
Yeah, it's a really cool little game. It doesn't. Yeah, it's a really interesting looking game. It's a really cool thing. It's not very long either. Like it's like 5 dungeons, and by the time you get to them, I mean, you don't really. At least for now, there's like no point on going further in the game. I mean, you can still screw around in dungeons and like sell things, sure. But yeah, I mean, it's not very, very long, but it looks really cool for a $20 game, basically.
It's only $20,
and it's like entirely independently done. Yeah, it's $20, and it's I believe entirely independent.
It's
like no major publisher. Yeah, and it's a retro-esque like pixel art style as well.
Might be a little buy.
Yeah, it might be a little like a short little time sink and like fun little thing to get into, and like of course your shop, you can upgrade your shop to for it to be bigger, it's like you have this mirror that if you're in a dungeon and your inventory fills up, you can actually have like drop items into this mirror, which allows you to sell them on the spot, which isn't like the best or desired price, but if you just have something crappy that you need to make room for something more expensive, you can just quick sell that crappy item and make room. And so, like I said, there's a lot of little interesting nuance like mechanics in it.
It's like a lumber liquidator.
Yeah.
The mirror, yeah. That's cool. Okay.
But yeah, it's really cool. Like I said, there's at least 8 different weapons, like weapon styles, to be able to use that all function, at least slightly different. Like in playstyle, like I haven't seen a lot about it, but like the sword and shield is like, you can defend and like block attacks and then counterattack. You have a spears that have reach. Great swords that I guess are probably like the highest damage, but you don't have your shield to block, so you have to rely on like dodge rolling and crap. So yeah, like I said, they have enough variety of weapons in there to really be super interesting. And of course, I mean, I guess 100% and get everything, you can just regrind dungeons and sell. But the more stuff from a particular dungeon you sell, it has like this kind of stock market-esque system that, like I said, if you oversell from one dungeon or if you oversell one item, that item's value will actually drop. So you have to, bringing in variety will actually keep like all of your prices at higher for longer and stuff. So yeah, super interesting.
That's super cool. That does seem really cool.
Yeah. So I actually did watch Mr. Fruit do an early playthrough of it. Mm-hmm. And the dev team, the only reason I mention this because the dev team, 11-Bit Studios, they deserve a massive shout out because apparently he went to record an episode, but his recording software corrupted, like just before like the final boss. But there was no way for him to like revert his save of any way, shape, or form. So he actually got in touch with the developers. Like there was no issue with the game; it was just his recording software. But he couldn't like go back and show what he had done again. So he got in touch with the devs and like explained the situation. And the developers actually handcrafted a save file for him with like all of the items and crap that he had. So that way he can at least go to that handmade save, show the boss that he encountered and like the cutscene that he couldn't show again, and then went back to his original save to finish off the game. So the fact that devs actually took time out to, like I said, to handcraft him that save is freaking amazing. Like, I don't care what your standards for devs are. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's just something. It's like, oh my God. I mean,
holy crap, man. That's impressive.
So these people deserve to be supported, basically.
I was debating with 76 on what system to get it on. And then I was like, I do have a lot of space on my Xbox. I also don't have a lot of friends on Xbox. I have a lot of friends on PlayStation. I'll probably just do it on PlayStation. Because I put Jurassic World on the Xbox because it was space, and why not?
Yeah.
I also
that would make sense because it's a single player, so yeah.
I also downloaded Black Ops 3, and I was I was like, oh man, how do you wall run and shoot at the same time? Wouldn't you need to put a hand on the wall? Also, I thought we were.
I thought
we were playing core. How do you kill me in 2 shots? And I'm like, people complain about the weapon disparaging, the difference in time to kill in Destiny being 0.5, like 0.2 seconds different. This is literally 1, 2, or me going bop, 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 and I'm like, yeah, no, there's no way.
Yeah, there's definitely. That's why I find it hilarious when people mention like the meta of Destiny when there's always been like off meta competitor, like almost always there's been off meta competitors. But you go to something like COD, and like just my time in playing the Black Ops beta, it's like, yeah, there's stronger weapons in the game that if you don't use it, you're boned.
Yep. The only reason I ruin most of my gunfights is I plant my feet and shoot an LMG.
Yeah, I mean it's, and some of those sniper, like especially the late snipers, are freaking insane. It's like, oh, you're aiming for like just at the bottom of his sternum. Well, that's a one-shot headshot.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Do you guys not know how that works? Do you not know how guns work? If I aim at your stomach, it would hit your feet.
Yeah, but it's like. I don't know. And like I said, I do agree with what one of the developers said in their interview, where it's true that, yeah, like games like COD and stuff do like support the skill base of like positioning and like reflexes, but their argument for slower time to kill was like in Halo, whereas in Call of Duty, oh, I'm getting shot, I'm dead. Mm-hmm. Whereas in Halo, someone's like, oh, I'm getting shot. Like, it allows the good player to, like, realize he's getting shot, like, turn around, like, hit a frag nade that launches him into the air, and then he whips out a sniper, headshots him in the air, turns back around, and goes back to what he was doing. Which is just, it allows for cooler moments rather than high skill streak numbers, or kill streak numbers, basically. Was that argument, and I kind of agree with that.
That's accurate.
Which, yeah, I mean, you're not getting cool, flashy, big kill streak numbers and crap and pulling out things. You can just do slightly cooler thing. Like, the good players can do cooler things and that look flashier to me, rather than just mowing through people. And I guess that's kind of why I like it. Which, I don't know, like, it's preference, and, that's that. But I would enjoy people stop trying to make, Destiny like Call of Duty. Which, I mean, it's not going to be exactly similar, because they definitely, like I said, at least that was their dev team's vision, was, allowing cooler moments and slightly slower combat. So I guess we're always going to have slightly slower combat than that. I mean, also certainly wouldn't mind slightly faster. I think I could deal with that, but yeah, I basically get where they're coming from with that.
I mean, and it's good just to go in there and just suck it up, because I mean, it is one of those games it's fun just to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I suck at this. It's cool. I'm a rank 2. You're a rank 1,000. Literally, I saw a rank 1,000. And was like,
oh yeah, especially by now.
Yeah, and I was like, cool, man. All right. You got all the weapons, and for me, it's just fun picking up new weapons. Because I'll kill somebody.
Oh,
and they'll
yeah.
get killed, and I'll just be like, ooh, what's this weapon? And I'll pick it up and be like, no, this weapon's garbo. What's this weapon? Ooh, this weapon's garbage.
Yeah, no, I think I had the same thing for when I played the COD beta, and when I got into Titanfall for its free weekend run, that was actually definitely a really cool thing. So it's like, visually I like Titanfall, because I mean, visually is just very amazing to watch. But it's like, okay, I've heard of this weapon and I can't use it yet, but I can pick it up now. Let me give this a shot. Oh my god, it's garbage. Mm-hmm. Usually. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's just that's really cool. Like, being able to do that, which I guess Halo definitely did that, because weapons dropped on the map and you kill someone, you pick up their weapon. So yeah, by the way, that's a really cool thing. I can understand why they don't do it in Destiny, because, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
Don't know where I was going with that. I entirely lost my train of thought. I mean...
Hey, does I have a question for you? Do they give the Braytech weapons out for the flashpoints on Mars?
I do not believe so. Because the Braytechs come from a different source than the planetary weapons.
Oh, yeah, there's planetary. Fuck.
Like, I cannot confirm... Yeah. So, yeah, she has a different planetary stash rather than the Rasputin engrams. Mm-hmm. So, I don't believe so. It's like, I don't think it's like, you know, the Lost Prophecy weapons, where when you finish a Lost Prophecy weapon, it goes into the Mercury loot pool.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way that works. Like, I can't confirm because I actually have not done any of my flashpoints yet between rating and banner. But I don't, like I said, I don't believe so. I could be proven wrong. Somebody might prove me wrong, and actually that would make me kind of happy. But at that point in time, it might work. Like, if they do add to the planetary loot pool, then it's probably something you need to actually acquire first. So it might not give you the extra chance you're looking for.
I was going to be like, so you're telling me there's a chance?
I mean, like I said, it's possible. I just don't know. Like, for sure. Not enough info to solidly answer that.
Gotcha. Just thinking about that just now. Like, I could probably maybe do it. Hopefully. That'd be nice. Please.
Man, speaking about Paladins, actually, I forgot they released info on, like, their next update.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and holy crap, is Khan getting the most American of American skins in this next update? Oh my god. I'm talking, he's like in full red, white, and blues. His shoulders are like eagle heads. Like, he's got sparklers going off somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, it's audacious. Let me see. Paladins.com. Go to news. See if I can find this freaking image of this. Well, there is an image for it. But yeah, it's like the header of these updates. I'll go ahead and drop this in here. This makes great podcasting visual mediums in a non-visual manner. Fantastic. But yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Let's say we've also done reaction videos to actual videos. We've done reaction to videos that no one else has watched as, so I mean, you know what you're getting into when you turn into a podcast.
That's the thing. You don't really know because we don't really know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
American.
Go. Freaking red, white, and blues, big star. Yeah. Yeah, American. Be a freaking big star in the middle of his chest, eagles for shoulder plates.
Oh my god, that is just...
I want it.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get it, but holy crap, man.
And I just realized on the back of his gun is this muscle-bound figure lifting weights with an eagle head.
On the back of his gun?
On the back of his gun, like facing him. Yeah.
Huh.
I guess that would be the butt of the rifle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saw that.
Oh, that is so good.
It is cheesy, it is awful, and I want it.
It literally screams America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was my thought. It's like, that is so totally that.
That's what it screams. America, fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god. That is just so good. Oh, I wonder if they're going to give him, like... I mean, they're going to have to give him patriotic abilities. Like the design of his abilities.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, this definitely seems like a definitely all out there, things change type skin right here.
Like when he throws you, there's a red, white, and blue flag design.
Actually, it would be great if you throw someone and there's like an eagle soaring sound.
Yeah, like
the eagle cry sound.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Either that or for his ult. Either one of those. But yeah.
I do enjoy the fun that they have with Paladins.
Yeah.
That high res takes with Paladins.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
That is fucking great.
And like an article said, now that they're out for Switch and Overwatch isn't, I mean, this might actually give them a leg up, because that's the hilarious thing. Paladins is starting to get some steam now that it's released, like some popularity here and there. Mm-hmm. And Realm Royale is looking really good now too. Like, they have it on early access on Steam. Like, anyone can get it on Steam now. And they've actually fleshed out the class-based system of it. It's definitely, like I said, this iteration definitely separates itself from other battle royales, because you actually pick a class before you drop in. And these classes actually dictates what weapons and abilities you get out of chests and forges and stuff. So you have like a warrior that gets, and you get like different buffs. But it's really cool. I don't care about the tier list. I don't care about that. Okay, well, here's that, and this might actually explain. Okay, there's an image that gives this. So they have Warrior, which gets its base abilities gain 5 health a second, and like gives little previews of like what abilities you can get, which of course from icons I can't tell what. An Engineer class, which lets you regenerate 5 armor a second. The Assassin class gains an extra 10% ground speed. Mage class that gains 30% potion effectiveness. And the Hunter class that gains 10% something speed and reload speed. Gotta love that image quality. Yeah. Which is... jokes kidding, because that's non-existent. But I do know at least the hunters get like access to like crossbows and bows and crap. Apparently warriors gain access to axes. Engineers, I guess, are going to be shotguns. Assassins are like snipers. Mages will be like, well, what they show for mages is Inara's stone staff, which the stone spear is definitely a weapon in there. So, but yeah, so it's definitely... They touted it as a class-based system, and they didn't show it off until now. But it is definitely now a class-based battle royale.
Which is interesting.
So like, it's still early access, so they're still going to be making it.
Yeah. And it's pretty interesting if you think about it, with being class-based and all.
Oh. Yeah, because it actually dictates, like... It does dictate like what abilities and weapons drop for you to use and what you can use. So you can't just kill a person, and you might not be able to use a weapon because not available for your class. So it does add like that layer of strategy to it. And like I said, it definitely gives it its uniqueness in the world of battle royales. Which I guess the best thing also ever happened to Realm Royale when Ninja played it at E3.
Oh yeah, and he loved it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to advertise in any way, why not have like one of the most popular people on Twitch right now that's playing Battle Royales?
Play it.
Give his opinions on your Battle Royale. Yeah.
Makes sense. Quite intelligent of them. I mean, I don't like Realm Royale games, but I like Paladins, so I will definitely give it a shot. You know, it does sound kind of fun to be able to.
Like it'll be interesting. Yeah, because I mean, you already know like it's still going to be like the base gunplay and gun of Paladins. So I mean, because it happens in the universe and like literally, but that's what it started as. So there's definitely going to be familiarity there. So yeah, like it might be the easiest like in for us to have for a battle royale.
Yeah, especially us being the Paladin fans we are.
Yeah.
And then we have 76, and then we have all kinds of other.
Oh God, I know, right? Oh my God.
It's a good year for gaming. It really is.
It is. It is. It's actually really good to have these issues.
Yeah, I'd rather have the issues of, oh my God, what games, where am I going to find time to get all these games, than, oh my God, what game is coming out that is good that I can play.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the same way, it's sort of like saying, I have so much food, I don't know what I want to eat, as opposed to saying, I don't have any food, I don't know what I'm going to eat.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the warrior's axe is actually a throwing axe, so it's a Grover axe.
Grover's axe.
See, and that's what I love is, like I said, there's these analogs there, so you kind of know how these weapons are going to work. But some of them are definitely specifically tweaked. Because like Zen's sword is in the game right now, but it's actually a true melee weapon. Same with Maeve's knives. It's like that's kind of like what some people start with is Maeve's knives, but again, it's not. It's a true melee weapon. You don't throw that.
Yeah.
So the aesthetics are there for some of them, but like they may be slightly different. And I'm totally down for playing a battle royale game where I can sneak up someone and smack them with a sword.
And then turn them into a chicken.
and then smack that chicken with a sword.
And then smack that and effectively smack the chicken with a sword. There's no alts in the game, right?
No. There's definitely there's no ultimates, for sure. But there are basically 3 abilities that you can gain up to, so yeah, you can have up to 3 abilities, and then you can have 2 weapons to swap between. But yeah, no ults, which is a thankful thing, because that might have been a little much. Maybe.
Definitely. Definitely be a little much.
And I could see them being like a really difficult like balancing point for the game.
Oh yeah, with the ultimates?
Because I know for sure like in the original, when it was still a Paladins mode, like Grover squads were very overpowered. Because they could just heal each other and then just one at a time ult and then just be invulnerable while they're killing you.
I mean, the amount of people I pushed off the map as Torvald is also astounding to me sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Like, y'all don't know not to stand near the damn edge? If we're playing Fish Market, don't push.
Yeah. And oh my god, there were so many times I've ruined, like, I've only played Furia against bots, There were so many times I ruined this one Ash's like entire day. Like there were 3 times the bot would like activate ult and jump up in the air, and I would just toss out the freaking beam, and then they'd be stunned and ruin their ult, and it's like, okay, yeah, this definitely has a lot of utility.
Yeah.
Just stop ults dead in their track. Can you imagine the nightmare that's going to be for Zins to try and rush up and like execute a Furia? Oh my god.
I mean, it's a nightmare for every class if you think about it. I could stop you dead in your tracks.
I mean, yeah, it can be.
Ruckus?
Yeah. Ruckus may be CC immune in his ult. I know Cassie is.
I have to see. I think he might be.
Yeah, I'm not 100% certain.
I mean,
one say he might be.
Yeah, I think you might be correct. Yeah, because he can't get stun locked with Saris.
Ruckus movement speed. Yep. Ruckus is immune to crowd control while active. So yeah, there's certain ults that it won't matter. But there are still a lot of ults that this is going to be able to ruin. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot. Oh, crap. Okay, so yeah, in the patch notes for this, they're actually giving Khan's ultimate is going to be affected by CC reduction.
Oh, how long he can hold.
Or yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'll still be able to be pulled and held, but with full crowd control reduction, it's going to be a maximum of 2 seconds, which that's completely fair.
Yeah.
I always thought the hold portion of overpower was a little ridiculous, because you can literally have your way with someone with Khan as soon as you pull them.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What's going on? Yeah, you can walk them to a place and then throw them off of said place.
Exactly. So going into CC reduction, like I said, 2 seconds is still a while, but definitely more fair than what his base is right now.
Base now is.
So going into crowd control reduction against a Khan, it's a good idea, or it will be a good idea once 1.2 hits. This will be 1.2. So weird not to have OBs in front of this now.
Yeah, right. But you're like, yeah, it's one. What are we in? 1.2? Yeah, 1.2.
Yeah, 1.2. We still OB 70, OB.
Yeah.
80.
We started what? OB 64, 63.
I came in with Lex. So whenever they introduced Lex.
Yeah, you came in before me because you mentioned it to me.
Yeah.
Hey man, you'd like this game. I believe is the way you put it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I was like, yeah man, totally I will. And you were
That's
right.
the wrong. Okay, there it is. I can actually find out real fast. I came in sometime. Scroll to the bottom of this. OB46.
Wow, okay. Way earlier than me.
Yeah, that's... Like, yeah, you might have come in 47 or 48. Which was only like... Yeah, about April sounds right. So that was OB47.
Okay.
Because March, bottom of March is definitely accurate for me. So I actually came in almost right as Lex was introduced. Or no. It would have been April on console, I think. But either way, it still sounds accurate. But yeah, the 46 is when I popped in. And that was, March 22nd of 2017. Wow. Been playing Paladins now for a year.
So for a year now, everybody's been like, God, guys, stop talking about Paladins. Actually,
yeah, pretty much.
I think Biz was right, too.
Yeah.
Because Biz did mention that Paladin would probably get me away from Destiny a little bit. And he was right. It
has a little bit, yeah.
It has. More than most games pulled me away from Destiny.
Yeah, one thing I definitely did is I actually went in and bought a bunch of, at least for Ceres and I think Genos, maybe. But for a few characters I actually use, I've actually went back and bought their Cosmic and Obsidian, mastery skins. Mm-hmm. Because hopefully they're going to stay in the game. Even though they're replacing the mastery skins with the gold skins, which totally makes sense. I'm hoping they'll keep these in the games, and I just, like I said, I got it for Ceres because, like I said, I love using Ceres, so it's and I already got it for Victor, and those two are just my characters I really love using. So
those are your two, yeah.
Yeah, that's for posterity reasons, basically. I may never put them on, but just to have them.
Yeah.
Oh, and I definitely bought up levels for Furia. I didn't play her a lot, but I immediately bought her up to 12, so that way I could have all of her legendaries. Or her talents.
But, yeah, whatever. We're old school. It's legendaries.
I know, right? But yeah, because I tried her out and was like, okay, yeah, I can see me using her. Buy up, what level to 12? Okay, level up to 12. Just keep seeing that bar fill.
All it costs is gold, and you get gold every time anyway. That's how I look at it.
I know, right? And there's nothing else to spend gold on, really. So, which, I mean, I still kind of like it, because, you could buy, certain skins, with gold, and then of course their mastery stuff, I assume at least, is still gold or crystals. Even for the golden things, I think we'll still have a gold cost. So I mean, it's not like there's absolutely nothing. It's just there's not a lot I'm spending gold on.
No, me neither.
Now that they got rid of the chests. But yeah,
it's still fun, which says a lot for a game for me to play. I'm still enjoying it. So.
Oh yeah, hero shooter.
Oh yeah,
Buster. Still playing.
Yeah. You give me a lovable gremlin inside of a mech? Yeah, I'm in. 100%, I'm in.
The odd couple.
That's Isn't the mastery emblem or the tag for them the best of friends or something? Isn't that
It's either the best of friends or the worst of friends. It's one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely It's either ironically the best of friends or just the worst of friends. But I can't remember which one right now. It's whatever his title is, and I could actually look at that. Ruckus. Yeah, the worst of friends.
The worst of friends.
Yeah. Also, I found out, because I was actually able to find out some of the voice actors for these people. And hilariously, who is it, though? So I found out one of them is voiced by a very famous voice actor.
Really?
Who is it, though? Because I was super surprised. Or fairly surprised, at least. So it's not a frontline. This may take a minute. Because this is not quickly... Is it a support? Yeah, because we don't know who Furious VA is. Snackrock. Oh, yeah, Grover is actually voiced by Christopher Sabat. For those of you who had a childhood and, not recognize that the name is, he was like a good percentage of voices in the English dub, the non-ocean English dub, or Funimation, of Dragon Ball Z. He's the current voice of Piccolo, Vegeta, the announcer, Any Dragon.
Eddie Dragon.
Yeah, he pretty much voices like every dragon. But yeah, and also one of the best panels I've ever watched was called the Prince of All Panels.
No.
And it was all three of the famous Vegeta voice actors.
Nice.
It was Christopher Sabat. It was the original Ocean dub guy that did Vegeta. And it was the Japanese voice actor for Vegeta. So, yeah.
That's actually the greatest.
That was an incredible...
Ever.
Yeah, the Prince of All Panels. It was great. And it was really cool to hear from, like I said, hear about that, It's always awesome to hear, voice actors and their time with characters and stuff.
All right.
But yeah.
What else we got to talk about this week, buddy?
You been watching anything?
The back of my eyelids.
Other than your dinosaurs growing?
Other than my dinosaurs grow. I've caught up on Into the Badlands. I've 100% lost interest in Westworld.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, time. If you fall behind and then you watch and then you jump back in and you're like, what happened? And then you're like, I gotta watch the whole season again. And then
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's one of those things. You can't.
That's fair.
It's not like you can fall out for a week and then jump back in and be like, where was I? Because that thing twists and turns more than a roller coaster.
Yeah, kind of good binge material, basically.
Yeah,
but not good like I said, stop.
Yeah, when the season ends, I might binge it. But
That's fair. I was afraid it was like it had grown disinteresting, kind of like oh crap, I don't even remember the name of the show now. It wasn't Lost, that was famous. It was another one. It's like supposedly it was a show that was supposed to end after the 4th season, but they kept it going.
No, I don't. It could be a bunch of different ones, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I can't think of the name. I know that, but it's like it's about a guy. I know that's really, really descriptive telling there. It's about this dude.
The tagline: "It's about a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy." No, it's not like it hasn't. It's gotten disinteresting. It's just like I said, if you miss a couple weeks, then you try to catch up. You kind of almost forget what happened, and then it's just there's no exposition, so it's kind of difficult.
No, that's not it.
What channel was it on?
Crap, I don't even know. I didn't used to watch it, but people used to kept raving about it. But then after the 4th season, it just went downhill, and everyone was like, "Yeah, it should have ended then. It would have been fine."
Oh, it could be anything then.
I know, right? I just cannot. It was popular. I know that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's gonna bug me. I'll figure it out. But I know the only thing I've been watching is YouTube has finally cleaned up some things, and the fact that certain series are now categorized as a series, so it makes it catching up with certain things super easy.
Okay.
Such as Death Battle, because I don't know a lot about Screw Attack, but they certainly did not keep nice, easy access playlists for things like Death Battle. But now Death Battle is technically considered a series, so YouTube itself actually keeps track of the seasons and their proper order. So I've actually been binge watching Death Battle from like start to finish.
I've been binge listening.
Well, yeah, but yeah, the fact that I've finally realized it's that easy, it's like finally for the first time, like because I've been a fan of that show for a while. It's just super hard to keep up with because again, ScrewTech never really playlisted it.
Yeah.
So it's super hard to keep up with. But now that YouTube has it labeled, or they've labeled it as a series, YouTube keeps track of it with, like I said, they apparently have they're on their 5th season of Death Battle. So I've just been going, like I said, just binging from the start of one season to the end, start of the next season to the end. Oh my god, do I love that show.
I am happy you introduced me to them.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, have you watched Death Battle? I'm like, no. You're like, oh, you'd love it. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's basically a giant what if with scientific numbers. And legitimately, I actually got back to Goku versus Superman Part 1. There are still people posting in that comment section their hate and vitriol.
Yeah.
As of like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is like a 4-year-old video now. And people are still commenting on, Goku should have won. Spoiler alert. Superman wins.
But you know what that is? It's views, my friend.
I know it is, and it's like great, but at the same time, it's like, people, come on.
Guys.
Like I said, I don't. My inner fanboy doesn't want Superman to win, but at the same time, like the philosophy behind the characters just makes sense because it's like, again, it's just Goku is a character that can like push past any limit. Superman has none.
Literally laughed and smiled when Darkseid invaded Earth because he could finally pull back.
Oh, no,
he could
right.
finally stop. I've been living in a world made of cardboard.
Oh, still one of the best speeches ever.
Maybe one of the best lines ever. Except,
definitely the best Superman speech ever.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. As a hero, I'm about to say probably one of the best hero monologues ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my favorite monologue is the Joker from The Killing Joke with Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, definitely love this.
Oh, and if you haven't watched it, Joker versus Sweet Tooth. I'm
gonna have to watch that now.
It's great. Definitely not going to spoil that end, but it is great. But makes sense. And there's some stuff that definitely, like, I definitely confirmed, or not really confirmed, but I confirmed my own like agreeance with their views because I got to the Flash versus Quicksilver, which, you know, a who's fastest / who would win has been a comic book thing for a very long time. I actually remember having this book of like comic book characters, or like it might have been Wizard Magazine actually back in the day, where they even said back in the day, it's like the Flash is actually faster than Quicksilver, but they actually, you know, compared the two, even though they're different universes. And but yeah, they actually, like, even Death Battle like came to this conclusion with, like, you know, I just thought it was hilarious that, you know, something I read somewhere else like 20 years ago. I was like, yeah, they're saying the same thing. So it's like, I get that because, you know, they're using like numbers and crap as best they can. But people, stop it.
Joker versus
Sweet Tooth, yeah.
Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, it's great.
The one I saw was I watched Guts versus
Nightmare.
Yeah,
that was a good one, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, when I read the title, I had in my mind who I thought would win.
Oh, I love doing that. I love seeing the title card and going, I think this person's got it.
And then they like, but they do science. They break it down like, scientifically. Yeah. And I've read all of Berserk. I've watched all of Berserk, so I know like Guts inside, outside, and backwards. And then I was like, oh, I forgot his armor.
Yeah, like they bring up these things. It's like, what was it? Who was it? It was Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom. And it's things like that. It's like, I think this person should win. Or even Hulk versus Doomsday is one I most recently watched. And that was one. It's like, I think this person's going to win. And it actually didn't go that way. And yes, I'm leaving these intentionally ambiguous because you listeners need to watch Death Battle because they're great geek fights. They're great geek fights.
Yeah. And if you like, it's like science plus geek.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of science and geek, also considering Gorilla Golf asked in our Discord, what was the deal with Dragon Ball Heroes? I know he used the term fan fiction. I don't agree with that terminology. It is definitely fan service. Because a lot of people I found out, at least on the internet, like a lot of fans of Dragon Ball have gotten into the fact that they don't, like, the hardcore community apparently shuns the word canon. Like, there's like a section that definitely does not really like using the terminology of canon/non-canon when referring to Dragon Ball. Because technically, I mean, like I've said before, Akira Toriyama actually owns his characters himself, which is very rare in manga or any of that medium. So, I mean, everything that happens, like whether it's a movie, an OVA, a series, everything is happening with his input. And saying, because, I mean, that and hilariously, technically, Super Saiyan God is as quote-unquote non-canon as Super Saiyan 4. Because Akira Toriyama actually didn't directly design either of those forms.
Yeah.
But he put his input in on them. And okayed them. But that is the glory of what's going to be Dragon Ball Heroes, is just the fact that these matchups that don't happen normally, or just happen in video games, we're going to be able to see. It's like, because apparently in the manga there's like this entire saga of the most powerful villains throughout like Dragon Ball history being possessed by these special Dragon Balls. I think they call them Black Star Dragon Balls, maybe. Which might be the GT reference to them. But they actually possess and power up, like, the powerful villains of Dragon Ball history. Like, one of them is Boo, which gets stronger, which is insane. Mm-hmm. But another one is Broly. So, I mean, we're going to see, like, some crazy, like, no, it's not canon. Is it going to be an interesting story? I don't know. But I want to watch it because these are going to be some of the most epic fights in Dragon Ball. Like, oh my god. Like watching Super Saiyan 4 Broly go up against like alternate timeline Goku. Yes, please.
It's like the Demon World tournament for Yu Yu Hakusho, huh?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's just, like I said, and it's things that, normally wouldn't happen. Like, Janemba can show up, like, and team up with Broly. I mean, I don't know that for certain, but, like, there was, because, like I said, it started as a game, and then the Dragon Ball Heroes game just had a bunch of playable characters that you can use. Because it was one of those weird Japanese arcade games where you actually use, like, cards?
Yeah.
Something? Like, I still don't understand how those work, but they do, because they're still around. But yeah, so they had like a crap ton of playable characters, and I guess to keep the pool interesting, they just started like, a game would come out with Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Well, Dragon Ball Heroes all of a sudden introduces Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Oh, people like the idea of Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Let's throw that in there. So it became like the home of what if characters. Like any new forms that happens anywhere, they get it. Like, actually, I think that they had like Ultra Instinct Goku, like in all of his forms, like. So, yeah, it's going to be the place of massive fan service because it's going to be some of the most amazing fights in Dragon Ball history. Because, well, they're just going to take these circumstances that can't happen normally and do them. And like I said, the Xeno Vegito looks freaking amazing in that like trench coat that Xeno Goku wears. It's like, oh my god, yes. But yeah. Say, as I've warned before, if you're super concerned about canon and stuff, you're not gonna like it. But if you're into it for fights, oh, it's gonna be a good time. Like there's gonna be that kind of fan service everywhere.
I have actually restarted watching Hunter x Hunter.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's done by the same mangaka of Yu Yu Hakusho, which is obviously I've spoke about it being one of my it being probably my favorite anime, and probably the best way I can describe this is like, oh, you want overpowered? You like fights? You like powers? Here you go.
Yeah, for that reason, and also thanks to Death Battles, I might have to start watching Fairy Tail.
Oh, Fairy Tail is so good.
Because they had a fight between one Fairy Tail chick and Roronoa Zoro.
Was it?
Is the chick that summons weapons and
Urza?
stuff in armor. That might be her name. I don't know.
They call her Titana.
I can't. I can't.
She summons armor and swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like her whole magic is just summoning arsenals and armor setups and stuff to augment her combat. And her stuff that they animated looks super, super interesting. So it's like, yeah, I might have to get into that now.
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty freaking awesome.
A lot of nakedness in that anime, though.
Yeah, I could kind of get the feel for that, considering that character's like most used armor was like the chest wrap and like pants to go like full offense and like minimal defense.
Yeah, it's the trope of I choose to not defend myself to put everything into my weapon.
Yeah. So I could kind of get that feel that that and a lot of her armor setups are I get, like I said, I can kind of get that from the art style. It's very fairly risky.
Yeah. It's pretty much the best way to describe it. Are you naked? Yeah, she is. But, Fairy Tail's good. Hunter x Hunter, one of my favorite. I got it rekindled because of YouTube. Surprise there. And it was like some of the greatest anime rage moments. And it showed one of the big rage moments from Hunter, and I'm like, I forgot all about that. Or like, one of the badass moments was the main character. I'm sure I've talked about it. The guy Knuckle, the guy Knuckle's ability, the most hacks fucking dickhead. Yeah, super. And he gets his powers back after the 30 days, and they're about to go on a mission, and the leader of their group is like, no, you can't go. And he's like, why? He's like, I don't think you're going to survive. I can't have you dying on me. And he's like, no, I'm totally cool. And he's like, you're going to have to hit me. And I'm like, this never ends well for the person who asked to be hit. Ask Krillin. And he was like, the kid was like, what? What do you want me to do? He's like, I want you to hit me. I want you to hit me with everything you got. I want to know that you're ready. And he's like, and the kid's like, oh, okay. And he's like, I want you to hit me like I killed your master. Because obviously everybody if you're a master of the protagonist of an anime, your life is short.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're on the ticking clock. You're on the clock.
No, and I think no one actually better personifies that as Guts from Berserk. Like, oh my god.
Teach him how to cut an onion and you're dead.
Yeah.
Teach Guts anything. Your name is Guts. Ugh. That's what happens.
Yeah, seriously.
And
like, oh my god.
Yeah, and the kid walks up and he's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, I want you to treat me like I'm your enemy. And he's like, okay. And he takes his stance and fires up his energy. And then the guy pulls his shirt off and does the I'm a buff guy who doesn't look like a buff guy move.
Yeah,
and concentrates all of his powers. And then it goes through like a view of the kid seeing his master dead and everything that happened, and his energy coalesces around his fist and gets like dark and fiery and weird and stuff. And the guy's like, I'm not going to be able to survive this. Like instantly, he was like, I have made a mistake. And it's really cool because his buddy, the Sasuke of this this manga, puts his hand on his shoulder and he's like, you proved your point. And he's like, oh, because I was going to kill him. And I'm like, well, time to watch this from the beginning. And then I remember, this is one of those animes that don't have very slow moments.
Oh, awesome.
Like, you know how some are like, first 20 episodes, you're just oh, I'd rather eat glass soaked in bleach with leeches on it than watch this.
Yeah.
No, this
that was my biggest issue with Claymore. It's the fact that I keep getting told that Claymore like picks up so good, but my God, are those first I made it to the first 5 episodes, and my God, are they so slow and dull? Mm-hmm. It's just like it's a struggle to get through those episodes, and I still have not even I've been told great things about it. It's just I can't get past it.
Nothing is the example I use more than Yu Yu Hakusho. That's 20 episodes.
Yeah.
It's 20 episodes.
That's 20 episodes of a borderline love story that turns into a fighting anime.
Yeah. If you can sit through it, though, the juice is worth the squeeze.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, but yeah, it gives off an entirely different feel.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, what happened?
And then all of a sudden he starts fighting, and it's like, oh, so this is what the show is about?
If you fall asleep on episode 18 and wake up episode 21, it's a different show. It's a different show. You're like,
for sure.
Did I time travel? What happened? Yeah.
It's like, am I still watching the same thing? Oh, yeah, that's Yusuke.
Yeah, there's Kuwabara, who still has one of the most epic lines ever. A mulberry is a tree, and Kuwabara was a man. I say that in everyday life just to see people look at me weird.
I actually think that was Kuwabara.
Yes.
That was Chris Sabat as well?
Yes, it was.
Okay. He's pretty much any deep voice character.
Yeah.
Like, in Funimation, like, recording. If there's a deep, gravelly voice guy, chances are it's Chris Sabat.
You're a Meshi! Yeah.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Which completely made sense on why he's Grover.
Yep. That is, I also caught up on all of Critical Role.
Wow.
And they make episodes like we make episodes.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a D&D session. I mean, good God.
Yeah. Because
if you're committing to a D&D session, yeah, that's playing or listening, yeah, that's like a 3 to 4 hour commitment.
Yeah, I started with someone mentioned. I watched a panel of him talking, of Matthew Mercer, McCree.
Yeah,
there's also a bunch of other Leon. I think he also did a Leon version for Resident Evil, and he was talking about like the campaign, and he was like, "Yeah, it was just a homebrew I did with me and my buddies," and then 5 years later, we finished our first campaign, and I'm like, 5 years? Oh, God. And he's like, we started our second campaign, and then I started listening on the second campaign, because it's different characters, and I didn't want to be, like, left behind.
Yeah.
And then he was like, there were some crazy things. They meet dragons, and, just kept going on and on and on. I'm like, I need to listen to this now. And I started episode 1, and then for the very first time, one of the, because they do voices. They're voice actors, so they all do, voices, and I'm sitting here like, I can learn a thing or two. And then I was like, I love this character. I love these guys. And then by the end, I'm crying. At the last episode, I'm crying. Things have happened. Like, I'm invested. I'm like, they're so good at this. God damn it, Scanlan. Oh.
He's also the English voice actor for a Hunter x Hunter character. Leorio Paladinite?
Yeah, okay. That's why that's another reason why I recognize him.
And he's a fairy tale character for the English. Joker. No, not Joker. Silver Fullbuster.
Silver?
Yeah, Joker was Black Butler. Mm. Wait, he was Tigra in the Thundercats remake? Holy crap.
He was Tigra?
Yeah, and well, the 2011-2012 remake. Not the remake we'd rather not name.
Oh yeah, he was also Captain Levi in the English version of.
Oh yeah, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I was totally gonna do their theme song.
That's one that's one of those I haven't watched, just for the sake of not being the mainstream. Even though I have watched One Punch because those fights are awesome. But yeah, I've actually actively avoided that one intentionally.
Yeah, you're the anti-hipster.
Yeah, sort of. I don't really like going after the super popular mainstream ones, and Attack on Titan is definitely that.
Yeah, dude, watch Hunter x Hunter.
But yeah, he was in Resident Evil Damnation, which was the 2012 3D movie. He was Leon.
But yeah, my whole week, every hour of my work day was Critical Role Season 1.
Fair.
And a couple times I literally went, "No!" out loud.
Yeah.
And I did it in the aisle, and one of the guys just looked at me and was like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, not you."
Oh, yeah, and he was Leon in Resident Evil 6 as well. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, he has been, God, like, looking through his video game voice cast is like looking through just, he was McCready in Fallout 4. Holy crap. And like, I like voice actors like him. Like, the guys that actually have, like, a surprising range of voices. Because you think you know him, and he was Core in 15? Or Final Fantasy 15?
He was Juntaro in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like... Oh, and he was I don't know if he'll be... Actually, I don't think he is the voice actor for Hit in Dragon Ball. Oh, no, he is. Okay. He's the voice actor. He's the English dub voice actor for Hit, for Super, or Dragon Ball Super.
He was... Oh my god, he was in two of my... He was...
That's what I'm saying.
He was Yamato in Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
And he was Rihan Nora in Nora Rise of the Yo Clan.
Yeah, I really like voice actors like him. Like, there's certain ones you can pick out, like, regardless of what role they are. Like, half of Stephen Bloom, you can tell it's Stephen Bloom. But then, like, they come out with these ones, and it's like, wait, that was... Like, finding out Stephen Bloom was Reptile in Mortal Kombat 9. It's like, wait, what? That raspy, super not Jeff Bloom was Jeff Bloom? Anyway, it's like, that was him? It's like, holy crap. But yeah, and then, like, people like Matthew Mercer and, what's his face? Crap.
He was also Law from One Piece.
Oh, yeah. Who was the guy? He did the voice. He's another one of those voice actors that do a crap ton of voices. It's, he did Desmond Miles in Assassin's Creed. He was Nathan Drake as well. Google. Google save me. Nolan North. There we go. He was also the voice of Deadpool in many video games. Oh, and also the current voice of Ghost.
Yeah, right. No one bought it.
Yeah. Forget about that one. Yeah, I like voice actors like that. That, they get a lot of work, but they have a range. They end up having a range that ends up surprising. So that's super cool. It's like, and to finally, especially with Matthew Mercer, now that he became skyrocketed thanks to McCree, like, into spotlight, and then you go back and you're like, oh, he was all of these voices.
Like, yes, he was. But I mean, yeah, dude. Like, just to close out the show, I've been writing a lot. Also,
Ooh, nice.
I am writing an AP for a Pathfinder game. For a Pathfinder.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's another thing I've been obsessed with. And, yeah. Like, obsessed. Like, when I'm not fucking around with my dinosaurs, I'm writing this book. And my girlfriend's like, I've never seen you like this. And I'm like, it just comes out of my head. Like, it just, thoughts jump in, and then it, like, mutates into a weird, like, oh, this could be a cool little encounter. And then I'll write it down. Or a cool trap, or a cool puzzle, or, like, a cool character. You know? So, when we cut, I'll tell you a little bit about the idea I had. See what you think, because I know you're a writer as well. I know a lot of people who write, but I enjoy reading their stuff. So
speaking of which, I might be getting an itch to start writing soon. Like I've been having some thoughts invading my headspace.
It hooks you.
Yeah, I mean, it started off as like one thing, and now it's like I'm really starting to. It's like I do apologize for those that read my rough prologue, because that might be changing a little drastically again.
Things happen, man.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that, like I said, that in particular might be is most likely going to be like shifting, and like I said, a lot of attention or focus tends to, or not really focus, but like, you know, while I'm at work and like pulling orders or whatever, like just these thoughts in the back of my mind keep rotating and keep going to that.
Yeah.
So
it happens, man. I'm the same way. Like I'm picking an order in my head. It's just, you know, like I'll call out a check number, and then I'll go, oh, that could be a puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, right.
So, all right, Des, tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can find me much the same as you can find the Featherstone, the Bird Rock, pinned to my Twitter at DES_Raven. Definitely shoot me a line and such. Much like our weekly friend BitDead, which we might be working out a thing to get him on, because, yeah, like, you guys are awesome, and we want to give that back in any way we can. And that's pretty much the first way that kind of pops into mind. To, like, I guess, honor you like we feel honored by you. That's a proper way to put that. But yeah, you can find me there. I'm on PS4, DES Raven, one word. And yeah, eventually I'm starting to like try and find. I mean, Destiny has a lot of stuff to do right now, but I'm trying to find time to, at the very least, finish my Final Fantasy 15 playthrough on YouTube. That, and I might actually have, like, I loaded up the Share Factory again, and I might just stop screwing around with my freaking computer and just upload it through that instead. Because Share Factory is getting really good as, like, an easy access, low learning curve, like, editing software. Yeah, it's, like, getting really good. They're adding a bunch of crap that is making it, like, I mean, if you want that super professionalness, you know, it's best to learn, like, the actual editing software. But like I said, Share Factory is, like, it's looking really good, like, at least for an introductory thing. So, like I said, at the very least, I might be using that to do some things. And who knows, I might buy Moonlighter and, like, put my adventures moonlighting, which sounds really weird, on YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, focus away and do that. I didn't do that for Jurassic World because it's a tycoon game. And to me, like, putting up playthroughs and putting you learning about strategies and stuff, like, defeats half of the purpose of a tycoon game. Like, if you know what to do, then, like, there's no challenge at all in the tycoon game. So I didn't do that pretty much on purpose. But still fun and amazing. Yeah. But yeah, that's that. So I'll be trying to, like, look for things that, and I need to go through a crap ton of D2 clips to put, like, my little average guy montages or whatever, or compilations, whatever you want to call them. I need to go through a lot of clips, but yeah. So like I said, I'm going to be trying to get some things up on there. Is basically what I'm saying right there. So yeah.
You can find me on Twitter, BusterKnuckle13, it's BusterKnuckle13. On Xbox at the same tag. On PS4, BlisterLister113. Like Des said, leave a message. Just say something about RNG so I don't think you're some weirdo. You can find this podcast, the RNGCast, at the RNGCast on Twitter. You can email us, the RNGcast@gmail.com. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/the RNGCast. We really need to do a movie review again. A movie commentary, Des. We probably should schedule that down one day.
Yeah, we will get to it. We swear.
We swear. It's just
Life OP. We apologize.
Life OP.
We'll get to it.
Warehouse
we
OP.
will. Yeah. Yes, you're still in our minds. It's the summer.
You're in our minds and in our hearts.
Work gets really tiring in the summer.
Yeah.
Like we yearn for what we're doing here, and it's like we want to, really. Best said by Zapp Brannigan in Futurama, the mind is willing, but the flesh is weak and spongy.